Howdy, everybody. Welcome back to another stream and happy FF14 14-hour broadcast day. We have finally arrived. It's been a while since we've done a watch along, hasn't it? We'll turn this on. Right now, they're still going over the Final Fantasy 14 tabletop RPG. But here at the top of the hour, given the normal schedule, we'll see if that actually hits or not. But yeah, we'll have the letter from the producer live. A lot of good updates coming up for Dawn Trail and 7.0. Typically, we have at least one more, usually, before the expansion comes out. But this time, I don't know. Some things to look forward to. I don't know if you've ever watched one of my watch-alongs. Hi, I'm Wes. I play Red Mage. Yeah, this is usually a lot of fun. You know, this time it is going to be all in Japanese, but they do have a bunch of slides that are English, so we can kind of read along. I'm slowly catching up on my Japanese. I will try and translate what very little that I can along the way. But it is a lot of fun. Obviously, we've got the big announcements. Apparently, I guess they confirmed that we will see some in-game gameplay using the new graphical features, so that should be pretty interesting. They may or may not release the benchmark. I don't know if they will or not. I feel like the 14-hour broadcast is kind of a good time to do that, but I am not entirely sure. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, there's usually one more before the actual expansion release, but I mean, it's coming up. It's easy to forget, but it's already April. The thing comes out June 28th if you have early access, so yeah, we're getting there. But yeah, you know, we mostly just watch along and kind of react to the news that's coming out and have a good time. A few technical things. If you are trying to follow along on the official broadcasts, I am following the Twitch feed because it tends to be a little bit ahead of the YouTube feed. The feeds are exactly the same, but that's the one we're watching right now. Make sure not to get confused because there are two streams going on right now in addition to the standard FF14 broadcast that is going on that you can see here. There is another one that is broadcasting a lot of the music, and that is a separate live broadcast, so just to be aware. I'm hoping that I didn't mess that up too. But yeah, so aside from that, you know, it's just a fun time to be involved with FF14, enjoy the news drops that are coming out, have a good time, you know, learning about all the new stuff in the community. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between here and Discord, where we're reacting to a lot of this stuff as well. But yeah, how is everyone? Everyone having a good start to your weekend, I hope. It's been a week. I like just woke up. I got home from work, passed out, and then immediately woke back up like 2 hours later to do this. So it's gonna be an interesting stream. I'm basically seeing through time right now. It's gonna be a long weekend, but yeah, you know, I haven't really done a whole lot of FF14 content lately, just because we are kind of in the slow part of the end of the expansion. So it's nice to be back. You know, this is always my little home base of a game, so it's always a lot of fun. New expansion. If this is your first time ever having experience with an expansion release, it's a great time. It is a lot of fun, and obviously when it comes out, we will be streaming pretty much nonstop. Oh god, my sleep. But yeah, we are going to be streaming pretty much nonstop upon the release, and based on my work schedule. If I'm not working, I'm basically going to be doing this. But yeah. So the TRPG looks honestly kind of fun. I don't know if we are going to be getting it stateside, but I'm kind of hoping, you know. At work, I work at a bookstore, so we sell quite a bit of tabletop RPG stuff, and Final Fantasy is always... We don't have too much Final Fantasy stuff. We got the cookbooks, and that's about it. The Encyclopedia or Yorzies, I think we've got. But I think the tabletop will go pretty well. I know when the Magic the Gathering set comes out, that's going to be hard to keep in stock. I gotta make sure and keep a booster set back for me, just in case. That's not until next year, but assuming I'm still here, you know, we'll be doing an unboxing stream of all of that. So that should be a lot of fun. Now, for the TRPG stuff, I think they are going to be doing a little bit longer stream of like going into some of the detail with it a little bit later, and of course the Dawn trailer. We'll turn that down just a little bit so we can kind of catch up and chat. But yeah, it looks pretty fun. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Magic set. Oh, this is new. We'll turn this up a bit. Okay, so this is, I'm guessing, the in-game footage with the graphical updates. Nice, nice. Oh, that looks so much better. Smooth face. I was kind of wondering if Clive in the FF16 collab was one of the new models, and looking at that model, it kind of looks like it is. Yay, Dawn Trail! Let's go! So excited. Official benchmark! Hey, there it is! There it is, we're getting the benchmark today, it looks like. Well, sometime soon. Let's do this! Hell yeah! I am prepared to go treasure hunting. Send me into unknown lands. Let's do it. The shadows there. Kind of hard to tell with the YouTube compression, but the way the shadows are moving and everything, it looks much, much better. Much more realistic. Oh man, the graphical updates give us flat bags. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna have to upgrade my CPU for this. I'm just looking at all that foliage and I'm thinking, oh man, my 8th gen i7 is gotta be feeling it. What do we got here? Sometimes they show us a few of the new abilities during the benchmark too. Red, show that chocobutt. Ooh, okay. There we go. What in the... Okay, that's kind of cool. Big old rattlesnake thing. All right. Oh, that's cool. Is that Viper? Yeah, that's got to be Viper. Very cool, very cool. And of course, there's a little bit more, but hopefully see a little bit of the Pictomancer here in a second. Oh yeah, that's the content that I need. Give me that HD fishing. Let's do it. Oh, hello, friend. He looks fun. Ooh, this music's really good too. Have you seen this man? I have not. Oh, he has seen this man. Thank you, friend. Look forward to questing with you later. Probably to level up my professions. Not looking forward to getting all those back up to 100. Ooh. Ooh, what's that mountain in the middle there? The tiger looking one. Is this where the king sits on the throne? Our two-headed king? And it's a dungeon of some kind. Oh, looks like it is. Oh, there we go. There's some Pictomancer stuff. Nice. Interesting that this looks like a dungeon. I figured he would have been a trial. Oh, is this the limit break? Ooh, there we go. Nice limit break. Here's your first look. Man, I kind of wonder if they're going to be doing the some of the ability showcases. Nice, very nice. So that should mean the benchmark might. I love the 14-hour broadcast. I love it. It's a good costume this year, but it's still hard to beat the beavers. Still very hard to beat the beavers. But yeah, we should have the benchmark probably today. It's sometime this weekend.
実は PLL 何気にちょっとお久しぶり PLL ですよね。
そうですね。もうちょっといろいろ忙しくてなかなかね時間取れなかったんですけど、はい、ようやくはい。まあとはいえねパックスでも PLL ではないですけど、はい、いろんな情報をいただいたりはしてたので。See that slide. Let's see what they give us. They give us a time frame or a date.
トレーラーから映像から始まりましたけれども。
そうですね。まあまあパックス行った時も。
Surprised they're hanging out in Gridania. You think they would be in like one of the new taverns, but no, just hanging out in the old forest. It's home, it's friendly, we know it.
ベンチマークで流れるリアルタイムの映像をそのまま編集したつなぎ合わせた動画になってるので、あれが皆さんの PC でそのまま確認していただけるのがベンチマークソフトになっております。はい。
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't know dates all that well, so I don't know if he was saying what day the benchmark's coming out. I'd be laughing at that all stream. Ah, there we go, 414. All right, so a couple days. There we go. Now, if it is like the past benchmarks, if you wanted to make any changes or make a new character, you usually can. So for you guys looking for Fimroth, you should be able to make one in the benchmark and then save it so that you can immediately import it into the game upon the expansion release. That's how it's worked the past couple of times that they have released new races in the middle of a benchmark. So just kind of be aware. I did that on more than a few characters, to say the least. Think of a few Vieira that I've got sitting across random servers that I still need to log into. They were created and then forgotten.
そうですね。いや、なんだろう、黄金のレガシーの話をしてくるんだけど、なんか僕から見た開始モニターの左側が、
Real curious how this is gonna go. Like I said, my CPU, my CPU is what it needs it. My GPU is fine. I got a 3070. It's not hurting. But yeah, the CPU, man, it's feeling like it's time to upgrade. So if you would like to help support the Up West Escape Retail and actually be able to afford things for the stream fund, then please like and subscribe. We are working our way up to 1,500 subs at the moment, so that is the current mark. We're hoping to get it in the next couple of months, and then 2,000 beyond that. That is the yearly goal. Alright, so all of this we kind of know about. I still got to pre-order mine, but I'll probably be doing that here pretty soon. But yeah, you know, any views, any likes and subscribes, they're always welcome. You don't need to super chat or anything, but you know, obviously I take those too if you feel so inclined. But yeah, we'll be doing quite a bit of FF14 content as Dawn Trail looms. Should be a lot of fun. Just, you know, try and get back into the rhythm of it. Make sure that I can remember how to play Red Mage by the time the expansion comes out.
でその他にミニオンジタンとアーゼマイヤリングの2つのアイテムが予約特典としてついてまいります。次の画面お願いします。
Yeah, I am looking at getting the collector's edition, the $60 one, not the nice box set that's like 200 or something. I wish. I don't have any more space for any of that stuff on my shelves, but I am gonna get the digital collector's edition. I really want it. I've been typically buying the digital collectors whenever I can. I like the extra items that you get from it, the new mount and all of that. That's what I need right there on the right, those earrings. That's what I really need.
まずはリアルグッズもゲーム内特典も全部入りのコレクターズエディションというのがございます。こちら Windows 版と Mac 版のみが対応となっておりまして、でその他にリアルグッズだけ単体のコレクターズボックスというのもご用意しています。
Yeah, so and all of this is listed like both on the Lodestone on their special site and on Steam if you are interested in going ahead and pre-purchasing. I highly recommend it. Those extra 3 days are pretty nice. We'll see how much I actually get out of it. The thing with the early access is they are very nice in that they ask us not to spoil a whole lot of stuff during the early access period. So, you know, it's always kind of tough. Do I want to stream it or do I want to wait until the official release? You know, it's always kind of tough as a streamer. I know there's going to be a lot that are just going to go ahead and stream it. We'll see though. But usually Yoshi P is always, you know, asking very nicely for us to make sure that, you know, we're respecting the players that can't get in immediately, and, you know, not even just from early access stuff, but, you know, it takes a couple weeks for everyone to finish. People have got to work, people have lives. So, you know, we try and be careful about that kind of thing. But yeah, it is a very nice collector's box. I wish I had shelf space for some of this stuff, but unfortunately the Jacko Tifa is taking up the majority of my entertainment center right now. You know, that thing. I really want that pin case. I don't know. I don't know what I do with it, but... See, that's the nice stuff. That arc mount. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, that arc mount. Plus the Chocobo brush. I won't complain about some Pictomancer stuff because I am definitely going to be giving that a shot. And that's the thing is, you know, during early access, who knows, maybe I'll level up a Pictomancer before we get into the main story.
はい。ということで、製品情報の
Yeah, I am very, very excited that it seems to be very heavily FF9 focused, which we will be coming up on soon. I don't know how soon. We're almost at the end of this too. We'll be getting in on that next week on FF8, finishing up the Galbadia Garden, so...
まあまあ俺が急遽ね頼んだやつなんでいいんですけど後ではい
I don't know if drinking coffee this time of night's gonna help or hurt me. I gotta work in the morning, so we're you know what, we're playing the long game here, man. At least this morning's just gonna be a 4-hour shift. I can power through one of those. You give me a white can of Monster and sure enough I'll just be floating, man. We'll get through it.
はい、いやなんたってさ一応今回あれでしょ80回でしょ
80回です。
もう我々感覚麻痺してるけど80回もやってきたんだと思ってそうですねそうなんですよなのでまあ80回目の PLL ということで、ちょっと今日オープニングでもお話ししたんですけど、
So now that we're actually getting into the actual live letter, just kind of a heads up, they said it would run for roughly 2.5 hours. I don't know if that last half an hour is just going to be like interstitial stuff while they load up the next segment of the broadcast. So yeah, just kind of expect to be here if you are joining us for the Watchalong for about a 2.5 hour broadcast. So looks like they got a lot to cover. Like, I'm very curious because that's pretty long for a live letter, to be honest. For Japanese only, like some of the ones that have English translations can go pretty long, but normally a live letter is about 2 hours, a little bit shorter. Yeah, it's a lot of ground to cover.
今まで結構ファンフェスとかでもキャラクター周りとかはね皆さん一番気になるだろうからやってきたんですけど、今日はもう各デザイナーのセクションにどこ見せたい、どこアピ見たいで実機じゃないとなかなかちょっとね 提案できないんで、っていうのを集めて、今日持ってきたんで、ちょっと行ってみようかなと思います。
All right, so I guess they're going to be going over the graphical updates first, it looks like.
はい。
一個一個行きたいと思いますが、じゃあ早速準備の方に取り掛かりましょうね。ちょっと待ってくださいね。
I do appreciate that Yoshi P has brought back the I just woke up hair. The last couple times we've seen him, he was all dressed up all snazzy. Nice haircut. This is the Yoshi P that I know. This is the Yoshi P that nerfs Zangief. Back up a little bit while they get into the meat of the segment here. Yeah. I think I do remember them saying that they were going to be doing an in-game demo, like actually loading it up. So we get to see the old Lala, Yoshi Sampo.
確かに。
なんかちゃうよねこれ。
違いますね。
さっきと違う。あれでも場所一緒だ。え、これ時間違うくない？
あれじゃあアタス側ですか？
いや違うわ。
Yep.
あれ？
We have some technical problems.
なんか違うくない？
準備中です。
Plus Fox Claude. Help. You have all of the power now. You're both the dark and the light. You can do this.
確かに変わってない。
You can get the game to stream.
昨日終わってる場所変わりましたか？
いやこの感じだね。もうこれ開発サーバーだから誰かなるほど分かったぞ。これだ。
絶対に見られない画面。ははなるほど。
Yeah, some people in the Discord saying, I hope it goes from single-threaded to multi-threaded. I don't think that will necessarily be the case. That's like a whole overhaul. Like that's basically what they did in ARR. I don't think that they could do that without completely revamping the entire game. Like this is just some kind of bolt-on stuff to help with help it look a little bit nicer, but I don't know if it's really going to help the performance all that much. They might be able to do a few tweaks here and there, but I don't think they're going to be able to do like a full multi-core update on it. Would help me out a lot, that's for sure. I wouldn't say no. Like how Yoshi P is a man in his 50s and still wears the rings, man. I hope in another decade and a half that I'm that cool. I mean, let's face it, I'll never be that cool. I'll never be Yoshi P, but a man can dream. Hey, there we go. Oh, so we have a nice comparison. Ooh, the foliage. Like, you can definitely tell it's a lot more dense, and my CPU is crying just looking at this. I can see it. Look at how much more dense it is. And it's a lot more uniform, too. It's not like they just kind of randomly slap some, it's not like they randomly slap some, like, dirt patches in there, just kind of randomly placed it as best they could. Like, it actually looks like, some pretty thick growth there. Yeah. You got that haze in the background up there in the sky. Oh yeah, look at that rock texture over there on the right. Show us the barrels. Yeah, we can only dream. Yeah, the subtle haze in the background with the sunset / sunrise coming up. Yeah, that looks so much better. He's saying take a look over there on the right. Yeah. Also looks like, I don't know, it could just be their settings that they were just messing with. Resolution looks a little bit better on the right, so I don't know if it's going to be a 100% kind of comparison there. But, yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell with his Lalafell too, just a little bit better texturing and especially shadowing. on the clothing there. The hair doesn't look as different as I thought it would. But yeah, you know, and that is very specifically like Yoshi P's hairstyle too, so we'd have to take a look and see what it looks like on some of the others. You know, stuff like the gear body and plate. Stuff that have a lot of swoops and spikes, right? Yeah, the shadows definitely look better. You can see that even the hair has a little bit of a shadow now. The left side of his Lalafell there. So yeah, like it's subtle, but it's much smoother. It is much smoother. Yeah, and the foliage moves with the character now. Look at that as he's running through. That's really good.
では続いてこのままなんですけど、まずこれで草の鑑賞までだいたいわかりましたよね。はい。続いてちょっとマウントもね、一部ちょっと処理を変えてるので。
Yeah, that looks fantastic. It really does. Like it's still FF14, right? So like it's instantly recognizable. Obviously, we're not getting close-ups of like the Lalafell's figure or his face or anything like that, so you can kind of see how much smoother it is. Which Lalafell's didn't change all that much, anyways. But you can definitely tell. Like it's a bunch of subtle stuff that all adds up to make a ton of difference. Like it's things you never really paid attention to, and you didn't know you needed until you actually see it, and you're like, oh wow, that's a pretty massive difference. Yeah, the shadows are much better looking there underneath the trees and everything. Better than usual grass. Yeah, flying mount's actually banked now. Look at that. Look at that. I never thought about them banking, but wow. And like that's more than just like a graphical update. Like that's a bit of an animation update too. Wow. Very cool. Definitely looks better as he's flying underneath some of the trees and you can see the shadows pass over you. Big difference there. But you know, looking at it now, I'm kind of hoping that maybe it won't be as big of a hit on my CPU as I thought. I mean, the grass is going to be a big one. Grass is always a pretty major thing when it comes to your performance, right? But everything else, like, it's still very recognizable, but it's just so much cleaner.
その辺それぞれのねマウントがどうなってるかはねぜひちょっと冒険の合間合間でいろんなマウントを乗ってね試してもらえるといいかなと思います。そうなんか酔いそうって言ってるのは僕らが今カメラめっちゃ回してるからですよ多分。
Of course, they're having the same problem as all of us other streamers, where you get some of that interlacing because there's a lot of movement. So you know it'll look even better once you actually get into the game and you don't have to worry about Twitch compression, right? Yeah, I cannot wait for the benchmark. I'm very curious how everything's gonna add up. It doesn't look like they did a whole lot with the mount models, which I understand. There's a lot of mounts. Maybe a little bit with the feather texturing, but it's mostly the shadows on the mount, right? Okay, here we go. So this has a swift perch. Yeah, look at that ground texture.
ああ、ちょっと石畳が。
この苔までの感じわかります？
Yeah, that looks so much better. We're no longer like 64 by 64. That looks so good. Show me the rocks, Yoshi P. That's all I want. Rocks and grass. That's all I need. But yeah, I mean, it looks so much better with the upscaling. So much better. Like, you can tell on the left, like, they're using, like, 32 by 32 at best texturing. Like, that looks like vanilla WoW textures almost on the left. Wish WoW would do some of this stuff with a lot of their old armors and whatnot, but, you know, a man can dream, I guess. But yeah, that looks so much better. And there you get a really good close-up of the hair. The hair looks so much better, too. Now that you're actually getting that close-up view, you can see the actual individual threads being pulled back.
そうなのよ。
これだから2.0のエリアですよね。これ高知ドラバニアのテイルフェザー。だ引いてもこの岩の細かさ。
全然そうね、細かさがまず違いますね。
そう、どうしても大きくじゃないと辛いんですよね。はいはいはい。解像度が高いから細かい岩まで割っても大丈夫っていう。
Yeah, I'm digging this. I'm digging this a lot. I'd like to see a little bit more close-ups of the models in motion. Preferably not on Lalafell. Nothing against Lalafells. I know you're popular out there. It's just they didn't change as much as some of the other races. Like, here got pretty massive updates. I'd like to see some aura. Some rose would be nice. But yeah, I'd like to see some more of the model updates actually in action too. Yeah, HD Aetherite. Look at that. Look at how it's shimmering as it spins. Yeah, that looks really nice. That's pretty amazing. And keep in mind, like, this isn't just like only Dawn Trail areas. Like, this is the whole game. Ow. Cannot believe how shiny it is. Even the ring that's going around it has that reflection that comes and goes as it gets as it spins around towards the sun. Oh, that's impressive. Yeah, the golden shimmer especially. I mean, the Aetherite itself looks cool. You can see the shimmer as it spins around too. But yeah, you can definitely tell when it comes to like metal objects. Is he gonna show some water now? Okay. This I'm curious about. Put something about water in there, so I'm guessing we're gonna see some water effects here in a second. And I can't, like, now that I'm looking at this, I really cannot wait for that benchmark. Of course, I gotta make an army of Femroths. Get those ready. I still got some slots on Crystal I can fit. Yeah, with the metal effects, you might have to check out some of your old glams, because that might affect quite a bit with what it looks like on your character. I mean, the thing with the brass stuff is it's going to be completely depending on where the light sources are. HD.
でまずこっちみんなを解除してもらって。
Not too much of a change, but you know, a little bit. A little bit, especially on the like the actual glam looks a lot nicer for sure. Showing us some G-pose stuff. Nice, nice. There you go. You get a little bit of the skin shine. He's turning on the wet effect so you can kind of see what that looks like. Yeah, that looks really, really nice. But yeah, he's got the wet effect turned all the way up, so you can kind of see what's up with it. Your skin will not be that shiny just by default. Yeah, the eyes look really good. Yeah, in terms of like the skeleton, like the actual mesh, a lot of the fills were already pretty smooth, but you can see a little bit, especially around the cheeks. It's a little bit less blocky. Yeah, I know that a lot of people were really happy with the skin effects, especially on darker skin characters, because that's been kind of a bit of a frustration, both in the community and among the dev team, just trying to get darker skin to look right. And with some of these wet effects, at least from the screenshots we saw earlier, they look really, really good. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try showing off different skin tones, because like my Oraz, I mean, she's dark blue, you know? It's gonna look a little different than this Lalafell. So yeah, I think people are gonna be really happy with just some of the background stuff that we don't really think about that makes a huge amount of difference once you actually see it take effect, right? So it'll be, so the benchmark, by the way, will be midnight Pacific on the 14th. So kind of be aware. So basically another day and a half. We'll be there. Yeah, and there we have it without the wet effect.
あなたの声響くので。そうね、声通るぞ。めっちゃ俺今何言ってるか聞こえて。Oh man, I'm gonna need my second cup of coffee already. They usually do an intermission. We'll break for that. Usually they'll show up the benchmark again, so you know, show that on a loop so you can see what it's gonna look like. Yeah, that was the full benchmark, by the way, at the top of the stream. So that is what you will be looking at when you do the benchmark and what it is actually going to be testing your system on. So kind of gives you an idea what to expect. more technical issues, trying to figure out which zone they're supposed to go to next. Hey, there we go. Tiny stones. Yeah, that looks so much nicer. Instead of just having like a shiny overlay on everything, like the water actually reflects the light. 左はね、なんとなく濡れた感じを一生懸命作ってたんですけど、もう右は完全にね、水が浮いてるところまで見えるようになってます。だから、まあ実際キャラもね、ここ雨降ってるんで、こうやって濡れてますけど。
Yeah, Amdapor is a really good one for this too. Got a lot of stuff going on. It's been a while since I've been in there. Not that I really miss it at all.
そうね、後ろの木のこのテ
実は
クスチャーもね
表面全然違う
テクスチャーっていうかまあシェーダー変わってんのもあるから全然違いますよね。
Yeah, the stones in the background. Web looks a little better. It's still a spider web.
確かにもうね
And the danger
し
plan.
かも揺れてんの分かります？揺れ
本当
方
だわ揺れとる
I like the puffballs. The puffballs up there look really good.
こういうのはねもちろん一個一個見ないとなかなか気づかないんですけど、やっぱり環境って総合なので、これらが集まったものの中で遊んでいて感覚的にこのゲームの世界観、まとまりすごいなってやっぱり考えるところだと思うんで。
積み重ねなんでしょうね。
そうそう
こういう
Let's see what the rest of the city looks like. Yeah, this one's a really good one.
はい
Just because of all the stuff going on.
こんな感
めっ
じ
ちゃ引いた状態
It's just so much clearer. And again, I don't think
全面
they've messed with the resolution at all between the two. It's just everything is cleaned up to such a scale. You don't get that weird blur when you zoom out. Yeah. Yeah, that looks really, really good.
出てるし、そこに対しての濡れてる実はそこまで湿ってないっていうのが
You can still see the cactus down there in the bottom right. It's still kind of iffy on the resolution, but
ここにわかるかな。
you know, they're not going to boost everything up to
ちゃんと鏡面反
like
射してる
256, right?
水によって
あはいはいはいはいはい
石が
They're on some 1 gig textures on everything. Bring back the barrels.
そこにちゃんと
Why not?
そう環境が反射してる。これ雨がないと当然反射なんかしないんですけど、だから濡れた表現に対してさらにちゃんと
It's just a lot better, especially with stuff in the background. It doesn't just get so
になってますね。
muddled at a distance, right?
加減しろバーって怒られた。いやでもグラアップデートっていうことはもう本当デザイナーが一生懸命ローテクも組み合わせて頑張ってたところを、まあ、エンジニアリングでカバーしようというところでもあるんで、
Hmm.
そうですね、もうこの辺の光光源の処理からしてももう全然今までの見た目とは違うんで、まあこれしかもね
You can see how much
最
brighter
新のじゃない
the glam is from a distance too, with those reflections. The gold on the armor, yeah.
こういう
This gives that little bit of shine. You definitely pop out a little bit more than you used to.
地道に実はさっきの2.0 エリアの床フィールドの床とかは BG 班エンバイロメント班が手の空いてるタイミングでコツコツですね、せっかくグラ上がるんだから変えとこう変えとこうって言って
これは大変
7.0 以降じっくりでいいよって言ってたんですけど、基本的には各フィールドのいわゆる ID とかはちょっと別ですけど、フィールドの床面は一応70までに全拡張手を
Gotta get the C pose in.
られるところは
Gotta match those up, right?
冒険が少しね一段落した
Yeah, G posers are having a field day right now. I know I'm gonna be taking some new screens. I need some new thumbnails.
はい思います。
Cycling through like the same 6 or 7.
はい。
It's time.
どうしても数があまりにも多いっていうのと、当然その種族に合わせたスケール対応していかなきゃいけないので、7.0 というかグラフィックスアップデート対応されてる過去の装備とされてない装備というのがまあ混在しているので、ちょっとその点だけご注意ください。7.1 以降ね、順次過去の装備も対応していきますので、もう腕の光り方違うので。
本当だよこれは光源が違うんですか？
これはもうあれ素材
の
反射パラメーターというかできなかったんですよね、金属のここまでの。まあもちろんマテリアルも入ってるんで、左側もちゃんとそう
光っちゃいます。
光はするじゃないですか。でもより素材の色がダイレクトに、しかも今回からより強くね環境の色
And having this set in the rain really kind of shows you the skin detail. Like how it would actually look, right? Now that you're in a wet environment.
ここに反映させた上で最終描画されていくので、ちょっと青みがかったりねしていくので。
They've improved and changed the textures for every field from every expansion, but they have not gotten to every single piece of gear yet, but they're still working on those, which makes sense given how much gear there is in the game, right? It's a lot of gear.
あとそうだ、指のポリゴン増えました。指のポリゴン数増えたのと、足先のねポリゴンも増えました。ほうほうほう。
Yeah, I really can't wait to see this without the interlacing. All right. You are getting some compression in there just from the Twitch feed. Not much can be done about that. So yeah, it's going to look even better once you actually get into the benchmark and into the game too, right? Yeah, they're probably doing the oldest stuff first when it comes to the gear, since that's what needs the updates. Like my current Red Mage gear, I mean, it already looks pretty pretty good, right? The most recent AFs. Have more polygons and fingers and toes now. All right, Balmung having a field day with that new information. Don't judge. We've all been there on Crystal. You know what I'm talking about. Will we see the grapes? Will we? The grapes drove this. Yeah, show us the new grapes, Yoshi. Yeah,
さあでは両画面お願いします。こちらは現在ですね、イルメグに来ております。5.0 エリアのイルメグです。
Oh God.
ここもね一応床こんな感じで。
Pixie music. It's giving me some nightmares.
本当に6.58ももうなんかこの辺とかめちゃくちゃここやばいですね。ここ。
He's just so impressed by his rocks. He loves that moss, man. Yeah, this will be a good one just because of all the flowers that are sitting around. Like you can already tell at a distance the flowers in the fountain. Like if they swing around and show us the rest of the area. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what we wanted to see.
もうちょっと上上げて。ああ、そうそうそう。オレンジのやつを目指してちょっと歩いていきましょう。はい。このもう遠目から見ても密度違うもんね。
本当ですね。うん。
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
いや、うん、本当だ。イルメギル花いっぱい咲いてたと思ってたんだけどな。いやでも。
Yeah, I am curious what the foggy version is going to look like. We'll see if they show it off here in a second. Change the time of day or the field effects, right?
光の影響やっぱり草木って薄いので、その無機物じゃないし、なので光を基本透過するんですよね、やっぱ本来は。
Yeah, the orange tree in the background, especially the leaves up there, you can actually see definition from a distance. Pretty nice.
なるほどな。いやもちろん頑張ってたんですよ、マジで。こう草原に入って花畑に入って。おかしいな、ちょっと私の埋もれる花の量がなんか
そうそう。It's just so much more dense. Look at all those flowers.
ちゃんとなんていうの、ちゃんと立体草が多いですもんね。
うん。ここまで寄ってもほらちゃんと半透明ディザーかかってドット感出ないね。花びらも。
Might actually lose a lot of fell in the fields now. Well, since the plants follow you, it'll be like the raptors in Jurassic Park.
なのでこれゆっくり歩いていくと、またこう。
あ、そこもそうだ。ちゃんと干渉して動いていく。すごいキャラが隠れんばかりの花量。
上もう本来はこうしたかった。
Yeah, every area. Wow.
でこのちょっと遠目を
Look at that from the
見てもらった
distance.
時に
You get a little bit of the fog effect.
そうですね。もうちょっと左。
Get a little bit of that haze in the background.
カメラだけでいい。カメラだけ。はいはい。あ、左側を見せてもらえる？引いて。あ、そうそうそうそう。フォグのまたかかり具合がこれ、ね、同じ
Showing the old Windows desktop. Good job.
あれどうした？どうした？
ちょっとどうして？
フルスクリーンがどう？
これ何をしたらちょっとすみません。
Windows 11 spotted. They've given us company secrets.
なんか Windows ボタンかなんか押した。いよいよ戻らないよ。さ、フルスクリーンさ、システムコンフィグのさ、フルスクリーンやってもダメ？画面が反応しない？
That's not the technical issue I expected, but oh no, we know what their taskbar looks like now. Yeah, they should have printed out the pictures of the areas with graphics and then held the paper up to the camera. Hey, it's a live letter. We'll still have time.
適用しちゃえばいいんじゃない？それ。いや、適用しないと戻っちゃうね。よ。うん。あ。うん。はあ、びっくりした。OK です。
There's so many rings.
まあこの奥に対してのまあ抜け感という意味では左の方があるんですけど、本来リダランでやりたかったこの幻想的な雰囲気ってこの右側のねこういう雰囲気出したかったんで、はいはい。変わってますねこういうところ。
Oh, wow, they took out the... Maybe it's because of the fog, but you don't have the rainbow effect around the crystals. Which honestly, I don't know. Feels like a weird choice, but maybe they felt it was just too tacky. Or maybe the sun needs to move around a bit more.
うっすらもやというか霧がかかった感じという感じもはい雰囲気が全然違いますね。ちゃうんですよ。ちゃうんですよ。じゃあちょっと一回
Oh man. Yeah, you can really see the fog around the lake there.
生放送でわかるのかっていう大変今疑問に思って
I think they'll show the new AF gear on printouts this live letter. I mean, there's still time. We got like still another 2 hours to go on this. We have plenty of time for printouts.
さっきと場所違うくね。あ、合ってる合ってる。合ってますね。そこでした。ですね、これね、本当に伝わるんだろうかマジで。生放送越し、これは生放送との戦いです。
It's just... It's a good costume this year. I'm sorry. I'm going to be laughing at it every time I see him. It doesn't beat the Beavers. The Beavers is still probably my favorite he's ever done. But this one's up there.
まずアンチエリアスというもののグラフィックステクノロジーの
So it's actually showing us some of the graphical updates there.
よく聞きますね。
アンチエリアス。コメント的に
Not that this matters for those of us in the EN time zones, but yeah, it just kind of shows you a little bit some of the changes.
そうそうギザギザをなくす。そう境界を緩和、ギザギザ軽減。当然そのオブジェクトにはこう葉っぱがあり、まあどうしてもこうテクスチャー最終的に寄ってったら全部ドットにの当然なっていくんですけど。
Yeah, it'll look a little different. We got a few more options. It looks like the type of anti-aliasing. See if they've changed that a little bit. Still have FFXIV, but maybe they added SMA to it. I don't think SMA is in the game right now. It's been a long time since I've actually had to change the graphical settings, so I can't remember.
左奥のキー配信でですね、じわじわジャギジャギこうなんか動いてもいないはずなのに動いてないかっていう感じわかります？なんて言うんでしょう、ちらついているというか、そうそうそう、ちらついて見えてるのわかります？これはいける方は極力解像度を高めで見そうですね。いいかもしれないですね、この瞬間は。
Looking over at the water on the left too, the reflections and everything.
FXAA っていう今です 6.58 の環境でも実装されているアンチエイリアスの描画手法になってます。これが今ここにね FXAA ってありますよね。これが今使ってる。
Yeah, let's see what the new options are. Is he going to show us?
これここの移動ちらつきね、この今 FXAA かけた状態で歩くので、
talking about
草木がどれぐらいさらにちらつく
you know how it gets a little grainy in the distance there.
すっごいジラジラするのわかりますね。めっちゃジラジラするじゃないですか、遠くを見てると。
わかりますね。
HD Dragonflies Force up close and personal.
木ですよ。
この木。
Yeah. Especially during movement, what they're trying to show.
細かいものであればあるほどね、こうなりやすいんですけど、これわかりますよね。はい。で、これをちょっと待ってね。はい。さらにアンチエイリアスの方法が2個増えました。
Oh, TSCMA. Okay.
2個増えました。今まで今まさに FXA ね。虫さんうざいねこの人。
All right, I'm curious about this.
いや大丈夫です。さよなら。神の前に現れる何事か。見せたいのはお前のお前じゃないんだ。お前のチラチラじゃないんだ。これがですね、まず2つ
Like they're all laughing in the background.
TSCMAA というアンチ、まあ AA ってアンチエイリアスの略なんで、これかけるとですね、はい、わかります？ここのジラジラ止まるの。ちょっと見比べてみてくださいね。そうね。変えますから。
はい、皆さん奥の木に注目ですよ。
FXA はい。ちらついてるのわかります
？It's hard to tell with the Twitch compression. See, we'll see here.
変えますね。お、はい変わった。ちらつかなくなったのわかります？
お、止まったことにお気づきの方もいらっしゃる。はいはいはい。かつですね。これ、移動中もさっきに比べるとちらつきがほぼないのわかります？チラチラ。
He's so excited about this, but we really can't see anything through the compression. There's not much to be done.
むしろ透け感が出るぐらいだよね。
そうですね。
ほら。
はいはいはい。動いた方がわかりやすい。
動いた方がわかりやすいよね。
Yeah, he's so excited about it. I'll take his word.
さらに、はい、君ちょっと来ないでよね。
復活してしまった。
来ないでよね。もう一個ですね。
Anti-alias and acronyms are decided by shaking a boggle kit. I mean, it does feel like that sometimes.
Windows とMac のみとなりますが、少しちらつくんですけど、止まってる時。
I'm curious what the jittering camera means.
ちょっとやっぱりジラジラがある。
He's so excited about this, and we're not getting any of it. It is not his fault, you know. So you know, I trust you, Yoshi P. You tell us it works, I'll believe it. And I'm very easily influenced, very gullible. I'm assuming it still looks smoother when you're moving closer or further away from an object. I'm assuming that's what he's trying to show off now.
ちょっと好みで選んでほしい。これってやっぱりこの 3D ちょっと待ってよ。3D のこの空間でこうカメラを早く回したときに、特にやっぱり酔いにつながりやすいポイントでもあるんですよ。画面がすごい細かくこうちらつくみたいなところって。なのでアンチエイリアスの方法を変えると画面の なんていうんだろう、全体のソフトさみたいなところが結構変わるので、はい、こだわって今回用意してるから。
Like everyone right now in Discord is trying to figure out like what he's showing us, but we can't see any of it thanks to stream compression. That's all right. We'll have our chance here pretty soon with the benchmark, so you know. Just trust him on this. Usually if he gets super excited about something, it's usually pretty good. So, you know, we'll just take his word. God powers activated. There we go.
なんとなくわかりました。大丈夫ですか？大丈夫ですね。はい。次。ちょっと待ってね。次はね、影の説明をします。
はい。一旦生カメにしていただいてありがとうございます。ゾディデリンカメ。
Yeah, playing with the settings is definitely going to be like the first time you boot it up kind of thing, right? But hey, now that I've actually got 1 gig internet, it's going to look real nice on streams. I'm so excited. I've thought about maybe picking up some dual streaming stuff. I don't know if I want to pay for Streamlabs Nitro or bonus perk, whatever it is, Ultra. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. I'd like to do a little bit more on Twitch, but I've never been able to. You know, it takes basically double of whatever your bitrate is. But now I can do it. Now I can handle it.
ゾディデリンの羽は重いか？羽は重くないんです。
では、僕の実機だけでいいかな。はい。
7.0 画面をお願いします。はい、出ました。
Are you trying to show it in this area?
ソフトシャドウっていうものの説明をします。現状、まあこんな感じ。まあね、影はね、テクスチャー解像度が上がったんで、めっちゃくっきり出るようにはなったんです。
Maybe we'll see it a little bit better among the trees, right? We'll just have to wait and see.
木のさ、こういう影見るとさ、めちゃめちゃドットジャギジャギだったじゃん、今まで。
すごっ。
で、このソフトシャドウって
I still cannot get over those ground textures, how much better they look. I really can't. It really does look fantastic.
ちょっとぼんやりこの辺してるの分かります？ぬるくなったように見えるじゃないですか。これ。で、最高にすると、あれこれボケてないって思いません？でも実際のところ実は
He's showing the maybe the foliage density now.
影って地面とのその影を作ってるオブジェクトと
HD wood. There we go. It does look so much better. That bark actually looks like bark now.
見ていただければわかるんですけど、太くて地面に対して近いのでくっきり出ますよね。でも地面の距離から遠ざかっている木の幹の先の方ってボケてるの分かります？だんだん。で、葉っぱに関しては当然この木の幹よりはるかにこう高い位置にあるので、地面との距離がすごく遠いわけですね。そうなると当然なんですけど精度ってこうボケるわけですよ。
わかります。
Is that what he says? The shadow options. Okay.
皆さんが普段日常生活で見て
Yeah, show me Ian's robe. See if they got that fixed.
地球上で見てるのはこうですよ。
はい、こうです。はい。これを、このソフトシャドウちゃんと地面の座標とその影を発生させるオブジェクトの距離
This we should be able to see on stream, the shadow differences.
処理を弱くするとめっちゃくっきりになります。
Oh. Oh wow. Wow, that is like a big difference. You can do soft or you can do straight hard shadows. Yeah, that's a pretty massive difference. I think I kind of like the soft shadows a little bit more. They look a little more realistic, but I don't know if maybe they're a little bit heavier on the system.
さすがにこの影のソフトシャドウの処理って結構重たいのもあって、使えるのは Windows と Mac 版だけコンフィグができるようになってます。で、
Yeah, that's a massive difference.
最高っていう状態 めで、できるだけ自然なソフトシャドウにすれるようにしてあるので、ちょっとそういった形でいくつかの、やっぱり環境違いによって、いじれるスイッチ使える使えないっていうのはちょっとあるので、そこはご自身の環境で、このシステムコンフィグもこのシステムコンフィグの中のグラフィック設定も各プラットフォームによって、
Yeah. Like our first stream back when Dawn Trail hits is basically just gonna be playing with all of this stuff for like an hour. There's like so many more options, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to change up some of it.
そうですね。でここも選べますから自分の作りたい映像に合わせて選べます。
I definitely like the software a little bit more, but I'm guessing it is quite a bit harder on the system. Oh, so it's actually pretty even. Interesting. I mean, granted, they're using dev computers. For those of us working retail, we'll just have to see how that holds up, right?
すべての影の処理に対して行われているので、はい、もう 7.0 インストールしたらこの状態になっていくと思ってください。はい。はい。
But yeah, that's really not too much of a hit, though.
そろそろだんだんこうさ、この
I mean, who knows? They might be streaming this via laptop, so.
グラボだったら大丈夫かなみたいな話が今出てるんですけど、明日ベンチマークあるから。そう。ね、ベンチマークでそれを明日確認できるから、その話は今置いといていいですよ。明日確認できる。大丈夫でしょ。
そうですね。はい。
そんなあなたにベンチマークなわけですよ。明日。
そのためのもの。
そのためのものです。だからもうあれですよ、ベンチマークを最高品質にしてぶん回して、快適ですって出たらもう OK ですよ、それでも。ね。はい。というわけで、ソフトシャドウの説明でございました。
はい、ありがとうございます。
じゃあゾディデリンに行ってもらいます。
Nice, nice. I'm excited. Excited for all of these changes. I can't wait for the benchmark. Got 24 hours to go. 26 hours to go, and we will have our benchmark. You can make your femroths to your heart's content and keep them saved. Got it. Got to check the glam, you know, got to make sure it's all gotta make sure it's all in place. I love these goofballs. I really do.
そう床にね、すごい
ゾディデリの痕跡が。
私もドラゴンクエストモンスターバトルロードをやっていた時に、親しい友人に魔界からの使者ダリーっていうのがいたんですけど、彼もよくファーを巻いてたんですけど、赤い通った後にね、赤いファーがよく落ちてる。さあでは
OK ですか？
Maybe something has awakened in him. I don't judge. You never know. Oh. Okay. Where are we now?
なんとかこうテクニックの組み合わせで波っぽく見せるっていうのをやってたんですけど、今回シェーダーで本当にちゃんと流体波のシミュレーションができるようになったので、まだちょっとね使う場所ってもちろん限定的ではあるんですけど、こういった環境自体のリアルさっていうところもできるように。そうね、ここどこ
Yeah, that looks really good with the rolling seas. The ocean fishing is going to actually throw water through the monitor at you.
変えられないです。
センシティブな場所から
お送りしたい。センシティブな場所なんで。あ、上も上げられない。
攻めちゃダメですね。
ダメですね。
はい。
やられろって書いてある。やられたら発売しない可能性ある。
本当ですよ。
そう、ここがねですね、こういう波をねちょっと見ていただいて、だから今後こういったよりいわゆるスタンダーローンの ゲームでやれてるようなところっていうのも徐々にですが、まあ、やれていけるようになるのかなというふうに。
じゃあ今すぐに、そのどこもかしこも海
Yeah,
がこうなるわけ
that
じゃない
looks really nice. Fish main's eating good tonight.
もうあるやろあれないとこうならないからさ、今もなんか波の処理って穏やかなところはいっぱいあるけどさ、まあまあ荒れたこういう演出を、そうそうそう、70存分にね、この波荒れた海みたいなのも出てきますんで
楽しみ
だから作ったんだろうっていうところもあるんですけど、
じゃあこのところもご期待ください。
地面が微動だにしないからこれは船じゃないなっていう推測とかするやついいんだよ今そういうことは
今はそういうのいらないよ。
そういうね鋭い指摘とかいらないんだよ。
みんなが見るのは波です。波。
そういうことじゃない。波を見てほしい。床が動いてるかどうかとかそういうことじゃないね。さあ怖いから
本当ですよ。
ゾディ
はい、生カメにしていただいて。
Yeah, that looks really good.
勘のいい子は
I was wondering what the water was gonna look like. Like we saw a little bit in Lidalon, but with the reflection and everything, but actually seeing like an ocean in
まだ
motion.
ご覧いただくものありま
Like
す
what,
ね。
you like what I did there?
次の場所に今移動してもらって
But yeah, it looks really good.
これがもしかしたら一番わかんないかもな。
見せ方もね、
見せ方もむずいんですよねこれ。
高難度。そこまでこだわるか的なところをですね、ご覧いただきます。少々お待ちください。
シートこのぐらいにした方がいくか、もしかして。もういいですよ。
いいですか。じゃあ70画面お願いします。はい。とある場所の様子ですが。
I'm so sick of seeing this place. I feel like most of ARR is spent here. I don't know why. Good old dry bone. HD Lala. There you go. Hello, friend. Hi, how are you today?
ございます。
お分かりいただけただろうか。さあ、
お分かりいただけるだろうか。
イケメンじゃない。それはそこじゃないです。
柵じゃない。
柵じゃないですね。くっきりしてる。可愛い。
Smooth potato.
お、目って言ってる。目って言ってる。さあ、目の
目がどうした？
お、出た。眼球動いてる。そうなんです。これ。
素晴らしい。
実は。Shout out to our guild leaves NPCs.
サッカーもというこれ人間もそうなんですけど、実は。眼球って人間こう目線の位置を固定していて、こう自分はね全く眼球動かしてる意識はないし、絵もぶれないんですよ。なのに実は眼球ってピクピク。
I mean, the eyes do look a lot better. They really do.
って呼びます。
Just a little bit of gradient, you know, does a lot of work. Does some wonders.
っていう処理を入れられたので、こうやって微妙になんだろう。視線の位置が変わるわけじゃないんですよ。瞳のサッカード処理を入れてます。ただ、まあもちろん、例えばカットシーンで、これが入ってると、
See the light at the tips of the ears.
人が動揺した時、こう目が泳ぐっていうじゃないですか。なので、その演出とか、感情表現に見えちゃう可能性があるので、カットシーンでは自動でオフになってます。目の演技の邪魔に下手するとなるので、それは止めてます。あとグループポーズの時に動かれると、なんかいやなるからグループも止まります。なのであくまでもう本当ね、ごめんなさい、めっちゃ細かいこだわりなんですけど、普段遊んでる時のパブリックフィールドでのなんか演出もなく、ただ日常を過ごしてる時に動いてます。これはね、もうここで言わないとね、誰も気づいてくれないと思うんで、いるって言われたら必須ではない。
I guess we're just gonna be staring at the guild leave NPC the whole time.
こういうのの積み重ねでこう、
you know, you're gonna be looking at dry bone a lot in the course of the game. Might as well get the new players used to it. Welcome, Sprouts. This is the high quality content you can enjoy for most of ARR.
目がね、揺れてる みたいなところがまたそのまあなんかそういう細かいこだわりがねまた世界を作っていくっていうことだと思うんで。
Oh man. Wait for that. Everybody should get some more coffee though. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, guys. We're at that point of the week. This is what happens when they change up my schedule too much. I've had what 3 or 4 weeks now of just like 8-hour weeks. That was nice. Some chill 4-hour shifts. Power through those. This week it's back to normal. I'm feeling it, man. It's not even that much of a difference, but the difference between a 6-hour shift and a 4-hour shift when you're running on like an hour of sleep, you can definitely, you can tell. You know what I'm talking about, gamers. I mean, what? It's midnight. We're up watching a video game live letter, so you know what I mean. We got priorities. And their eyes move. Like, that's kind of what he was showing off a little bit. It's like the eyes move a little bit. You know, they're a little bit more natural. Even if you're looking at someone in the eyes in real life, like, typically your eyes kind of... It feels a little awkward staring at someone's eyes like that for too long. You can kind of start moving them around a little bit.
文字の問題でした。文字の問題でした。あ、大丈夫ですね。はい。まだ映さないでくださいね。まだダメです。絶対ダメです。おお。
攻めますな。
攻めるよね。
攻めますな。
これ絶対もう台本にもなくザーザーするやつなんですけど。ちょっと待ってね。いやでもね、これはね、この前チェックを終えたんですけど、全体の。めっちゃ良かった。
そんなお気に入りが。
めっちゃ良かったんで。
Okay. So like the eye movements. They say that they turned off the eye movements during cutscenes and G-pose, since it might influence a little bit about cutscenes. And they, I thought this was a nice little touch. Did we need it? Probably not. Did we want it? Most definitely. Like, yeah, like I feel that. Like, they didn't have to add it. It's such a small detail most people won't notice, but like, they're like, it will make the game better for your immersion, so let's do it. And, you know, good for them. You know, that's really what all of this graphical update stuff is. It's just all of those little subtle things that you didn't know you wanted. And it does make all the difference.
理由よ。まあそうでしょうけど。
スタッフのね頑張りをね、はい、ちゃんと
この先の PLL のことも考えていただいて出していただいて。
PLL やらないでしょだって。ここはやらないでしょ多分。おそらく。ね。いやどうしよう。この角度だったら大丈夫かな。
Wonder what he's going to show off next.
行こう。じゃあ 7.0 のカメラお願いします。ゲームです。
Hey, that oh man. Oh man.
もう誰にも言わずこれトライオラなんですけど。
Oh yeah. I'm here for it. I'm ready. That looks fantastic. Ooh, yeah, this is new area too. I mean, we've seen screenshots of this in past live letters, but here it is for the first time in motion. Wow. Okay. Okay. So no mount in this city. Okay, so use those aetherites. Oh, this looks fantastic. I cannot wait to make landfall here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
どこまでもオブジェクトがね、これ全部行ける範囲しか描画されてないというか、行ける範囲なのでこれ円形ではない。この辺も実際に歩いていけるので、これは結構いいと思うんだ僕は。
そうですね。
あとはそのさっき説明したソフトシャドウ。
Yeah, that looks great.
影はくっきりなんですけど、ヘリ高い位置にあるこういうものに関してはこの。
Yeah, that looks fantastic. And I mean, you know, some of the other screenshots that they showed in past live letters had like different times of day and stuff. I'd really like them to go into G-Post and change some of that so we can kind of see what it looks like, you know, at night and whatnot. Dead game, only person there. Wow, even the mini Aether ride.
大丈夫。みんななんかね、ご覧の皆さんが逆に気にしだして。
Oh, there we go.
めっちゃ綺麗じゃない？す
ごっ。神の力による夜が。
Holy shit, that looks good.
ほら。
Holy shit. Wow. Wow. Ah, the lighting effect on those lanterns. It looks so good. Yeah, so this is the first time we've seen the live version of the city. You know, no NPCs, of course. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it's the first time we've actually seen how it's going to look like in-game. Looks so good. Yeah, I'm ready for Dawn Trail, friends. Take me away, boys. My soul is gone. It ain't coming back until July. Yeah, he doesn't want to spoil too much, so we won't get too much of a preview of it. Yeah, he's gonna kind of stick around here, it looks like. Yeah, they want the daytime so they can show off the foliage and stuff and the shadows, but man, the nighttime looked good. It looks so good. You'll notice they have the music off too. Very much a choice.
いや見せたいんだよ。みんなめっちゃ頑張ってるんだよ。ちょっと待ってね。ね、あんな見せたいって言ってる場所にこんな
I'm getting a little whistle popping up in there.
違いないんですよ、皆さんね。
こっちじゃない方がいいのかな。どれだ。
まあね、そうですよ。
There it is. Yeah, now the music's coming back. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
そうなんです。そうなんですよ。いや、ちょっと待ってよ。はい。場所を選定しておりますので少々お待ちください。
They're gonna keep the camera on him as long as they possibly can in between each shot.
リアクション動画のようになってますけど。そうね。はい。おう。ああ。そう。あ。大丈夫ですか？いやー、いいんじゃねえか。おお。よしか。おい。じゃあゲーム画面お願いします。
Oh, well, he ported himself up. Okay, well, that's one way to do it.
どうにかこうにか頑張れば来れる。
あ、なるほど。
まあこれだけ円形も含め
And you could even see the lighthouse, the glow from all the way up here. That view distance.
なんかそうですね。
View distance is crazy good.
ね、この上とかもね。そうだよね。ああ、いけそうよね。いけそうですね。
Do they maybe have some more lanterns up there? Yeah, I might have to turn down the view distance. I don't think my PC's gonna be able to handle it at what he's got. I like the dock that's like out there in the middle too. Just what are they doing out there? What are they finding out?
まあもう怒られるんじゃないかとは。
多分怒られ方が違うんですよね。見せるなら言っといてくださいよっていう怒られ方をする。
一応ね、そのこの街を担当したスタッフと、高柳さんには見せたいなっていう話を
希望を述べただけですか？
ちらっとしたら、いやいいですよ。じゃあそのまでにじゃあ。置いときますねみたいなことを言ったんだけど、いやそんなの
Yeah, what they don't tell you is you have to beat a fiendish platforming challenge to get that view. I mean, you know it's coming. We're gonna have some jump puzzles somewhere.
これはね、や
はいはいはい。ああ、そう。確かに。それはいいですね。
Oh, whatever Fox is looking at, he's liking it.
これならやべえの映ってない。
はい。
大丈夫。
なるほどな。
はい。
あ、なるほどね。
The most platforming, the most jump puzzle I ever got was the one out in the bay in Shirogane. In Kugane, I mean, the housing district. You see in some of my thumbnails. That's about as much as I can go. HD barrels, that's what we were all waiting for.
今までボケボケしたただなんか小汚い袋だったと思うんですけど、
確かに朝感ありますね。
だから本当のこういうもの一個一個の質感っていうのもめちゃくちゃ上げてありますんで。
Round fruit.
まあぜひ
This is game changing, guys. We've got round fruit.
いただけると大変ありがたいです。なんか足跡がしたぞ。怖って。俺後ろからサクってやられる可能性がある。じゃあ画面を戻してもらっていいですか。はいはいはい。ちょっとね、ちょっとね。
安全地帯。
Wonder, so the EW jumping puzzle is apparently pretty easy, but I don't know where it's at. I really have not paid attention to most of the jump puzzles because I'm so bad at it. But if the G pose is good, I'll give it a shot.
ボソッとした独白が危ねえだった時は本当に危ないんだなってことですね。
では最後というか。はい。
I mean, I have to assume it's in Rods and Han, right?
さっきねコメントでもねいくつかちらちら出てたりもまあするんですけど、グラフィックススケールアップっていう項目がね追加されてるんで、そこをちょっと。
And that took up a solid half of the live letter. I mean, it was worth it. I'm very impressed. I'm very excited. And now we got some printouts coming out soon. Finally time for printouts. Almost. We still got a few more graphical updates to go through. Oh, so you can do upscaling. Nice. For you G posers out there.
内部的には解像度を下げて処理を行って、実際表示するときにはアップスケール、つまり解像度
Yeah, I don't have an AMD. I need DLSS.
でも大元
More than anything.
解像度低いわけだから単純に引き伸ばすと伸びるわけです。
Show me the ray tracing.
伸びたりボケたりするんです。そこを、スーパー技術で補完し、まあなんで間のピクセルをまあ AI 的に解釈をして、きっとこうでしょっていうのをより鮮明に出す。なので、実際には処理パフォーマンスを稼ぐために小さい
He's talking about essentially what it does and how it affects your FPS, right?
っていう魔法の技術だと思っていただいていいかなと思います。
FSR works on the Wii apparently. I've learned something. Hey, there's DLSS. There's DLSS.
ございますので、まあこれ超改造技術って呼ばれてます。なるほど。でまあこれに対応しましたので。
Yeah, so that must be FSR2.
これね切り替えてもね即座に見た目が変わるっていうものじゃないので、ちょっとねなんで実装したかも含めてここからちょっと。
Hey, for the whole graphics card, I'm going to use the whole graphics card. Amen. Absolutely. I feel that. I feel that in my bones.
全体が綺麗に見えるための技術なので、じゃあ実機は終わりにしてパワーポイントの。
I gotta get the 37 Founders Edition. Gonna ride that thing as long as I can.
全プラットフォームですこれは。
Where's the image quality of low resolution images? Nice.
ハードウェアで、超改造技術に対応いたしました。でまあさっきお話ししたように。
Yeah, basically talking about what they do for people that maybe have not played around with DLSS before. I feel like at this point, most people that play on PC are probably at least vaguely aware of it. It really isn't going to change much if you don't have a graphics card that can handle it, right? Yeah. Yeah, like you have to have a certain range of NVIDIA cards to do the DLSS stuff. It does make a pretty big difference. I like it quite a bit. DLSS is one of those things that I play around with a lot when it comes to like my cyberpunk settings. But it completely does not affect you if you don't have one of those cards. If you're on an older PC or something like that, you might not know what all of this stuff does because you might not have ever seen it. But if you are thinking about upgrading soon, this will be pretty important so you kind of know what exactly they do. Yeah. I'm sure we're going to have a patch, a driver update before this comes out that's got the DLSS2 info in it for Dawn Trail. Probably be one of those main things when you load up GeForce Experience. Get those banners at the beginning. Yeah, I'm sure they're also doing this for people that maybe might be moving from console to PC as well, but yeah, it's a pretty big deal. It's nice that they're finally adding it. Yeah, I can only imagine what this would look like with ray tracing. Yeah, they're actually up to DLSS 3.0, I think, for some games. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in and play with the benchmark. Like it's gonna take a little bit of tweaking the settings and learning the new options, because it looks like there are quite a few new options in the system config, so it'll take a little bit of tweaking. Maybe if I do end up upgrading my CPU before then, I can just kind of crank everything to max, but right now I don't think that's going to be an option. I know view distance in particular I'm probably going to have to take down a little bit, as disappointing as that is. Yeah, I'm excited. After everything that they've shown, I mean, it really does. It looks like everything that I expected. Now that we can actually see it in person, there's just so many small and very cool details that just make everything feel more alive. I mean, it's pretty impressive that they were able to slap on DLSS into an older game like this, so, you know, props to them. Voodoo 3. Dynamic resolution, yeah, another thing. Yeah. So dynamic resolution, if you go below a certain FPS, it will crank down the resolution of certain settings to make sure that you're maintaining the FPS. I don't usually use it a whole lot. I don't like the dynamic resolution stuff. I don't want my settings to change every few seconds depending on what I'm doing. But for certain systems, it is a really important feature, right? お使いの PC がそこそこなのであれば、入れとくといいかなっていう気はします。はい。じゃバッキバキのハイスペックだったら、おそらくいらないだろうけれども、場所によっちゃ重くなるんだよなみたいな人は入れとくと。そうそう、これそう以前から一応ね、ダイナミックレゾリューションYeah, I just that's the one thing I don't ever change. Like it's got to stay at the same resolution for me. If it was changing like the shadow settings and stuff, but unfortunately a lot of the heavy hitting settings sometimes require a game restart. I don't think they do in FF14. It's been a while, like I said, since I've had to change like shadow options and stuff. In a lot of games you have to do a system or a game restart. So I can't really change it on the fly. It just changes the resolution. Yeah, I gotta stick at the 1080. ありますよね。そこ適用するフレームレートの敷地って書いてありますよね。ここを例えば 60fps とか30とか常にYeah, the DLSS is what I'm really looking at. この辺リフレッシュレートがね 144Hz のモニターだったり、ディスプレイ設定の描画制限をリフレッシュレート1対1に設定してたりする場合は
1440fps が敷地になるので、まあ、自分でこの解像度FPS を下回ったらこの処理を発動させるみたいなところとこう組み合わせて使うとすごいフレームレート綺麗に維持されて画面の方解像度やばい負荷が重くなってきて
Yeah, I mean, I usually maintain pretty good FPS. Usually around between 70 and 90 is about what I usually am at. It kind of depends. Being on Balmung, obviously, if I go into like the quicksand or something like that, where there's just a ton of people, it takes a lot more. But yeah, you know, if I'm just playing default, just out in the world, you know, I'm not someone that has to have 144 hertz. I have it up to that if we're in areas that can handle it. I'm hoping it won't be too much of a hit. I don't mind it going down to 60 or so, and you know, losing a little bit, it's fine. I know that the quicksand is going to be rough. Trying to step in there. But just out in the world, exploring, I don't think it'll be too bad.
はい、ありがとうございます。大体こんなところでしょうか。
Oh, I see those printouts. See those printouts. Show us some AF gear, please. Yeah, some updates. Welcome all XFX players that have joined the game for the first time. Hope you're having fun with it so far. Though certain features may not be applicable. Interesting. They actually managed to get it to work on the older consoles. That's nice. Well, their days are numbered, yeah. I mean, it's not much longer. Eventually, they gotta unleash the chains, right? Super sampling will be reduced. Yeah. Oh, dynamic resolution will be forcibly enabled. Interesting. Have fun with that. Yeah. He's really trying to push people to get off of the old consoles. I don't blame them. Okay, now there's only so much they can do to work their magic for the older stuff. This 10-year-old game is going to blow up your console. I mean, honestly, it's probably not too bad until you get into heavily populated areas. At that point, it just gets wild. Yeah, Xbox superiority. There you go.
影の LOD ってやつの強制有効化、こちら本当はスイッチになってるんですけど、スイッチじゃなくても強制的に影の LOD 有効になってるんで、こういう、設定できるパラメーターの項目、PS4 版ではいじれない、PS5 や PC ではいじれるみたいな差はありますけど、全体的なグラフィックスアップデートの恩恵はしっかり PS4 版でも、Xbox シリーズ X でも受けられるように、チューニングしてありますので。ご安心して遊んでいただければ。でもちろん
It's laughing about that there. I assume they're pretty close to the room where they're playing the tabletop RPG. Might be doing the recording of it right now in their little office.
引き続きね PS4 でもファイナルファンタジーを持って遊んでいただければなと思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。
でもって1個だけ言っといてくれって言われたんですけど。このグラフィックスアップデート、従前からお伝えしている通り 7.0 で実装される新規オブジェクト、新規装備とかはもう全部
PS5 turns 4 years old this year. And it really does not feel that old.
過去の例えば
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I was working at Best Buy back then when they came out. Every 2 days. Sometimes multiple times a day, some dad coming in. You got any PS5s? Like, no, man. Good luck.
ちょっと 7.X シリーズの序盤、なんかこいつ他のやつに比べると解像度が低いみたいなのいると思うんですけど、とにかく追いかけてどんどん修正していきます。で、6.0 でリリースされてるジョブ、専用装備っていうのが、7.1 対応なんですね、予定が。
なるほどなるほど。
なので、もちろん 7.0 のジョブ専用装備は最初からもうハイクオリティで作ってあるんで、安心してもらっていいんですけど、1個前の、ジョブ専用装備に関しては 7.1 対応になってます。ただナイトの、ジョブ専用装備 はほらヒロシ君がね来てたこともあり、テストケースとしてあいつでめちゃめちゃグラアップデートの調整やったんですよ。
はい、あ、できちゃってる。
見た目もめちゃめちゃ細かかったし、金属とその
確かに
経年エイジングもめっちゃされてるんで、あのモデルデータですごいテストしてたんですよ。結果、
Yeah, I really can't wait for this benchmark. And thankfully, I've got Sunday off, so I'm probably going to be spending a little bit of time before we do our Sunday stream of trying to get that done. Sunday will be a little weird. I might be going to a buddy's house to watch a little footy, but you know, we're going to try fitting in something, and probably something tomorrow evening. Like I said, it's a short shift tomorrow. I can make my way through it, and then yeah, we'll do something tomorrow afternoon. Probably Horizon. I want to play a little bit more of that, get caught up a little bit on that. But like I said, you know, Monster Hunter World is on the docket at some point. Might have to make a new character so I can relearn everything, but yeah, I know everyone's been playing that quite a bit for some reason. I don't know why. But we'll try it. We'll try and fit in some Monster Hunter World at some point this next week.
ちょっとナイトの、6.0AF だけ、先行して入りますんで、それだけごめんなさい。ちょっと
Okay.
ジョブ格差としてやってるんじゃないですけども、テストにテストを重ねさせてもらったんで、ちょっと先行して、はい、入りますんで、そこだけお伝えしておきます。
はい、ありがとうございます。
All right. And they're just gonna go through it. No intermission.
グラフィックスアップデートのここが言いたいはこんな感じでございます。
No 15-minute break? No 10-minute break?
大変楽しみながら皆さんに
I really want some coffee, Yoshi-P, please. Please. I'm begging you.
我々には14時間もあるんで、
まあまあそうですね。
再生に影響がないと言っても過言ではない。はい。
はい。
じゃあ次のトピックに参ろうかと思う。
What else we got? I mean, that was a long first half, but now I'm curious what's going to be in the second half, what they're going to be showing us. You know, obviously we got the printouts. I want to see some AF gear. Oh, blacklist improvements. Okay, it's nice. This is something that
これじゃない、これじゃない。ここからか。はい、そこからです。まあブラックリスト回収とは何ぞやと。で、まあ僕も。
Yeah, I mean, this has been a big issue on RP servers. So, yeah, we'll see what the improvements are.
ガチガチこうしたくはないっていうのが。
No, I know quite a few people will be pretty happy with this. Thankfully, I don't have too many enemies. I'm sure I've got a couple out there somewhere, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's the same as any other online community, right? Like you got issues every now and then. I mean, we love FF14, but it's not immune to the problems of the internet, right? So the blacklist has been something that people have been asking about for a while. It might not be like the forefront like graphical updates are, but yeah, like if you've got someone that's just like serially like bothering you, there's really not a whole lot that can be done. So hopefully this will change some things.
防衛できるような形っていうのをそろそろきちんと作らないといかん時期かなということもあって、まあもちろんリクエストをいただいてたっていうところもあるんで、なのでちょっといろいろな回収を今回行ってますので、それをちょっと紹介していこうと思います。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Interesting.
どうぞ。ブラックリストの機能強化。さらに、今回ブラックリストに入れるほどじゃないんだけど、この人のチャットだけミュートしたいみたいなミュートリスト。
Firm filter, mute list added. Nice.
で、ワードフィルター、この単語を自分だけ、もう聞きたくないこの人すごい。
Like right now, all it does is hide them from your chat and block them from your party finder listings for the most part. Doesn't really help if they're using alts. They can still hang out outside your house. You know.
やたらとこう入ってくるみたいな時とかに、どうしても入ってきてほしくないみたいな方もいたりするんで、もうこれハウスに入れないとか追い出す機能とかいうのを今回はプレイヤーイベントを円滑に運営していただくために
term filter is going to be really nice.
であとは
State expulsion.
ね、そんな頻繁に起きてるわけじゃないんですけど、
Holy shit, that's big.
深刻な
Yeah, that's gonna be massive. A state expulsion for our peers? That is huge.
ロードストーンをいろいろちょっと
Wow.
したいとか、追跡を切りたいみたいなところが
Or get out frog here. Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. That is
この辺
huge.
りをね、あんまりプロデュースされたライブでわーわー言うのは本意ではないんですけど、しっかりこういうところもお客様たくさんの人に遊んでいただいてるからこそ、しっかりさらにやっていきますよということになります。というわけでちょっと機能をざざっといきましょう。
はい、お願いします。
That is
まずブラックリストの
that is
機能が
massive.
評価されたので、
Their character model will be hidden. Thank God. Holy shit. Wow.
見えなくなります。
はい。
で、次。さらにですね、1キャラクター入れるともうそのサー
Wow.
バーアカウントにいる全キャラクターに
This is massive.
適用します。
This is absolutely fantastic. This is what everyone that has complained about the blacklist has asked for ages.
画面には表示されない
Thank God.
ということに
So yes. So if you're someone that's had issues with someone being a problem in the past, I guess welcome back to FF14. That is fantastic.
ご注意ください。
You know, I'm very, very happy for the people that have had issues
いや他の人
with this in the past, because this is exactly what they wanted, and the team listened. Yeah.
コンテンツ中のパーティーメンバーだと、まあ姿が見えないと困るっていう場面では一応姿は出るようになります。ただし、姿が表示される場合でも名前がアンノウンっていう形で、見たくないっていう場合があるので、アンノウンっていう表示がなされます。で姿が表示される場合でも
Which I don't even know if they can end up in the same duty. Like you'd have to be partied with someone else who invites them to the party, I would assume.
あなたが見たくない人が何か喋ってますは出るんですけど、そういう表示になります。ブラックリストに登録している人が何か喋ってます。
Yeah.
で一応
I'm very, very happy with these.
見ようっていう時は
Not for me, but I've got some friends that have had issues in the past, and you know,
はい
being a fancy YouTuber streamer, right? Like you pay attention on
そうなると
Twitter and Blue Sky and whatnot, and see what people are saying on social media. And I've seen a lot of people that have ended up leaving the game because the blacklist options just really didn't help with them with all of the issues they were having. So yeah, you know, I hope they are willing to give the game another chance now. That's pretty huge. And it's always sad when you see people who genuinely like the game, who end up having to leave because someone is being a jerk to them, right? And you know the kind of people that are usually jerks to pro players like that, right? So yeah, this is good, I think, across the board. That's pretty massive.
思います。はい。で、ミュートリストに追加したその次対象の名前はね変化しない。はい。で、さっきのアンノウンみたいにはならないですってことです。ただし、同じパーティーアライアンス内に
Yeah, I mean, I assume the party and matchmaking thing, like I said, is like if you're joining like a party finder group and the group leader ends up inviting them, right?
なります。はい。はい。まあなのでよっぽどじゃない限りミュートを活用して、もういくらなんでもってなった場合はブラックリストを強化されたやつを使っていただければと思います。
Yeah. I don't know if it applies to roulette or not. Now, like, if the person you have blacklisted is making a party, you don't even see it in the party finder, as far as I'm aware. So, yeah.
登録していた登録情報を引き継いで、かつ最大200件まで、登録可能です。
I mean, 200 is a lot. If you got that many people blacklisting, if you're blacklisting that many people, that might be an issue. But yeah, I think I think overall it's a very, very, very good change. Not something I expected, but definitely something that they definitely needed to work on, and something the community has been asking for quite a bit. So
サーバーじゃなくてお使いの、マシンの中に、登録情報っていうのは保存されていきますので。
職場に引っかかっちゃって職場でやるのかよって
やるでしょ。
我々やりますからね。
やるでしょ。
Yeah. I only like I don't really have a beef with too many people. I'll mute or blacklist people that are being like jerks in shout chat and quicksand, but I don't usually interact with them all that much. But that's really about it. But yeah, like I said, I know some people that have left the game due to stuff like that. So yeah, I think this is a very, very good change. I'm happy that they listened.
あれおかしいな。仕事しながらあれ
まあそういう人もいるから大丈夫。あれ
そうかおかしいな。仕事する場所だぞ。ゲームも仕事のうちなんだよな。まあ
No what?
あとあれですよ。そう分かった。メディアの人。
いいこと言った。
日本のメディアの人たちは職場でゲームしてるからね。そうね。
I mean, that's just what live letters are, man. They always throw out something that you just really did not expect at all. So yeah, I guess this is it for this time. I had no expectation going into this that we were going to have blacklist updates. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not just like hiding it. It's like it's just completely yeeted out of chat.
こちらはですね、コンテンツ中に限らず、say、tell、yell、shout、スラッシュエモートに適用です。はい。で、コミュニティ内では
Including duties. Nice. Not apply to link shell, free company, and crossword, which makes sense. I mean, those are private groups, right?
ここだけご注意ください。なので外野でワーワー言ってるのをミュートしたいという場合に、活用していただけますと。で、この登録した文字列情報っていうのはクライアント、サーバーではないので、
Which I mean, link shells, right? I mean, who is really using link shells for anything other than like we use them there for guilds that aren't really guilds, right? You got a couple no entry list. Oh, that's so good.
特定のゾディーデリンさんちょっと目立ちすぎですっていう人をクリックして立ち退き対象者リストというサブコマンドが出ます。
But yeah, you know, there's a lot of RP groups that have an estate that are running companies, but they have employees, quote unquote, from all sorts of different data centers and servers, so they're not really technically part of a guild, and that's what the link shell is there for, right? That's really about the only time I ever really see link shells being used these days. Unable to enter for 10 days. Nice.
で、ただしですね、リストへの登録は嫌がらせ対応ですので、対象と同じサービスアカウントに適用。
We're eating good here on Crystal tonight. we're fixing a lot of problems.
こちらの機能を使えるの権限者は、FC マスターおよびハウスの所有者となっております。で、権限なんですけど、FC メンバーハウスメイトを最大4人まで、追加権限者に指定できますので、権限をこうやって分けてもらえればそれ以外の方でも、こちら制御できるようになります。はい。権限者や追加権限者がハウス内にいるときにブラックリスト、その人のブラックリストに登録されている対象がハウスに入ろうとしたときも自動的に追い出し機能が働きます。なるほど。なのでブラックリスト登録している人が、ね、いる場合家にも入ってる。これはね自動的にそれが機能働くように。
Players with expulsion privileges are in the estate. Anyone registered through their accounts will be automatically expelled. That's cool. That's nice. Blacklist auto yeets. Oh, he sounded really ominous when he said that.
破綻のないように動くようになってますんで、そういったところは僕らもデバッグできっちりやってますんで、ぜひぜひ。見てください。それからロードストーンの非公開設定の強化です。非公開にする内容範囲をより細かく、設定できるようになります。このようになります。はい。まあこういったものを、項目ごとにですね設定可能になります。はい。 あとはでかいのはロードストーンのキャラクター
Remove yourself from Lodestones. Nice, nice. Because I know Lodestone's been a really popular way for people to kind of get around in-game blacklists. They can find people, and it's nice that they're fixing that loophole.
本当はコミュニケーションをどんどん広げてほしいんですけど、全員がアノニマスにしちゃうとなんか誰が誰だよ。
Which I'm really surprised this wasn't here anyways. Like I thought they had a private option, but I guess not.
方がいらっしゃるし、本当にたくさんの方が今遊んでくださってるので、今回ちょっといろいろポリシーも変更して、設定を変えさせていただいております。はい。でさらに。ロードストーンがブラックリストの、機能を強化しております。追加します。
Hide your shameful lack of achievements.
アクティビティとか日記などが自分に投稿通知が来なくなると。
Yeah, now they just need to add. Now they need to add chat bubbles because they've implemented void list and better shadows. So you know they're slowly making their way down the list. Bring us chat bubbles now, please.
いちいちねこっちで登録し直す必要はないですよということになりますので、よろしくお願いします。はい。
といったところで、ブラックリスト強化のお知らせでした。
いや、俺今回この機能を、まあ実装使用確認して実装、まあもちろん実装、実は実装決めたの半年ぐらい前、半年よりもっと前か、でじっくり内容を確認詰めてきて実装今回 7.0 でやったんですけど、なんかやってる時にふと思ったのが、まあフルダイブ MMO ってね、SAO 以降流行ってというか、結構そのゲームの世界に感覚ごと飛び込んでゲームをするみたいな、まあいずれなんかゲームをするかどうかは別として、人間の生活の大部分はバーチャル側にシフトするっていうのは、おそらくもうほぼ間違いなく、あとは時間の問題なだけだと思ってるんですよ。そういう時にこういう機能どうすんだろうなってそう僕らはこう MMORPG としてこうファイナルファンタジー14を作ってこう運営してて
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of talking about the culture of MMOs. And, you know, they want to go in with the expectation that people are going to be friendly and want to build a community, but, you know, with it being the internet, it was time that they implemented some of this stuff. Right.
これが実際バーチャルの中でその実際に感覚を持って活動できるってなった場合にその冷める
Especially with how much the game has grown, right? And now the data center travel is open. You know, you get a lot of tourists on Crystal that are just there to cause problems, you know. Thankfully, I haven't run into too many issues in most of the RP venues I go to. Like, I don't do like the big clubs or anything like that. I usually stick with just like smaller, more personal taverns and that kind of thing where you can actually chat with people. And usually that it's not a problem. We don't have too many people coming in. You might get the occasional person that wants to be an edgelord and like try starting fights or something like that, but it's pretty rare. But I know some of the other venues, it's been an issue.
どうしようもないっていう場合には許可させていただいたんでしっかり使っていただけたらなというふうに思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。はい。それではこの後ですね、拡張版までの主だったスケジュールをご紹介したいんですけど、それに先立ちまして一点素敵なお知らせが今回あるということで、まずそちらをご紹介したいと。
ゾディーデリンですか？素敵なお知らせ。はいはい
はい。ではこちらです。ご覧ください。どうぞ。よっ。
Oh, here we go.
再演のご希望を非常にいただいていた妖怪ウォッチたびたび再演
Get ready. Get ready, y'all. You ready to grind? Who's ready? Oh, buddy, it's so many fates. So many fates. Oh no. Oh no, it's back. Well, it's bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Still have a few. I still have a few that I need to round out. I got about half of them last time before I petered out. It was too much. Just too many fates.
いいよって皆さんが言ってくれて作ってくれましたんで、まあこんな形で
This collab has been longer lasting than actual Yokai Watch's relevance. Not wrong.
まあぜひぜひ
Not wrong.
していただけたらなと。なのでここからは黄金のレガシー発売までのスケジュールをちょっと見てみよう。
I wonder how long it's gonna last this time. Like they gotta keep it up for a few months. It's just schedule until Dawn Trail release is nice. Yeah, they've got to keep it running a few months. It takes so long to grind that stuff out. It really does.
16クロスオーバーが5月の8日までと8日いっぱいまでということで進行中です。皆さんやりましたか？やってますね。なんかちょっとトルガルが可愛いのは可愛いと大変言っていただいていてありがとう。
Yes, there are weapons in Yokai. That's why people grind it out. Because the weapons are pretty good.
もうちらりと目にしました。
そうですね。生地クオリティが高い分ちょっとねこうもうどうなのってまあ一生撫でてられるように作ったので。はい。なので。
I think that's what happened. I got the weapons that I wanted. I'm like, I don't care about these other chops. Not enough to do another 50 fates each. Okay, so about 2 months.
ほら、黄金のレガシー前はもうずっとフェイトやっとけばいいんだよみたいな感じで、まあそうですね。ガーッと引いてありますね。まあ一からやる方は結構かかります。一からやる方はかなりかかるんで、はい。
You do get that mount though. The mount is pretty sweet. I really should grind it out this time. Yeah, it lasts until end watcher launch because the 27th they're gonna have the 24-hour maintenance. It's gonna take a while. Hey, Mega Rain's coming up. Nice.
カッパーの方には大変お待たせいたしましたが、ようやく始まります。はい。はい。で一方その頃、時を同じくしまして、これ我々のスケジュールなんですけど、
Yeah, Mega Rain's fun.
5日から5月いっぱいかけまして、メディアツアーを実施いたしますので。吉田さんには日本と北米と
Hey, media tour, nice. Couple weeks there. I'll get a little bit more information, but it's usually a good time to have some of your favorite FF14 streamers get a chance to talk with the OCP and have a good time with that. Got a few people that don't really know what to ask. It's fun seeing the very wide range of people's interviewing skills during the media tour. Not gonna lie.
ということはですよ。まあ日本でメディアツアーやってから北米欧州って行くんですけど、僕のチェックは黄金のレガシーの。なので15。
He's very early. It's almost a month before Dawn Trail release.
だから。
But you know, gotta get it out there. It takes some time to set up and schedule, so makes sense.
様には高性能ノート PC をお持ちじゃないですか。小脇に抱えてどこからでもチェックしていただけますよっていう、チーム一同からの親切設計で我々のメディアツアー成り立っております。いや終わるよ。本当ですか？終わる。なんかもう吉田めっちゃやつれてんな、病気か大丈夫かってさっき書かれてたんですけど、まあ俺単純に絞っただけなんだけど。
All right, so we got a lot coming up over the next couple of months. The last little bit before Dawn Trail is going to be busy, so get ready. It'll be a good time to come back and start streaming some more. I might stream a little bit of Yokai against all of my better judgment. I mean, even after the nerf, it's still pretty hefty, just because there's so many weapons. So many weapons you gotta get. And like, it's kind of tricky. Like, if I remember right, you gotta put on an item, so you're losing an item slot there. You gotta grind fates. Turn those fates in. Okay, so we are getting one more live letter. Nice. I can't imagine what else they're gonna be showing, to be honest. I really can't imagine, but I mean, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I figured we'd get one more. It's just I don't know what else they'll show off. Oh, the Dragon Quest. There we go. So you guys that want to honor Toriyama-sama, there's your chance. There's your chance. I'm glad they're bringing that back. 2 more. Okay, I just genuinely have no idea what they're going to talk about. I feel like we've covered most of the ground, but you know, they'll be talking about some of the technical stuff coming up with the downtime, because you know it is going to be a 24-hour maintenance, maybe even a little bit longer. So we got to get prepped and ready for that. He's got to go over some of the time framing and that kind of thing, but we might do a little bit coming up in 7.1. Some of the features they haven't talked about a whole lot, like the whole planetary thing. Oh, 48-hour maintenance. Okay. So there you have it. 48 hours. Now we know. But yeah, we got the whole like stellar reclamation thing that they haven't really talked a whole lot about. A couple other features that they've hinted at, but have not really discussed a whole lot of, like the lazy life stuff that we'll be doing. So yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of ground we can cover. And then we're live. And then there it is. It's coming up. It really doesn't feel like it's 2 months away. It feels like it's so much longer, but it will be here before we know it. And then yeah, we'll be back to being an FF14 channel for most of our time for the following few months. To get ready, you know, I haven't played it a whole lot lately, but the time is approaching that it's time to come back home. But yeah, it makes sense. It'll be a 48-hour maintenance, and you know, after all of the issues they had with login stuff or Endwalker and so on, they want to make sure they're prepped. So yeah, 48-hour maintenance makes sense. It might be implementing some of the cloud server stuff, you know, little things like that.
サーバーのメンテナンス自体は実は48時間ももちろんかからない。
And of course the graphics updates are going to be pretty heavy on the server load too.
当てられるタイミングっていうのはほらお仕事もあるからどうしても家帰ってきてからじゃないと当てられないよみたいな場合にみんながアーリーアクセスに行ってるのにパッチが落ちてこない。そうそうそうそう。物理的にアーリーアクセスができないってなっちゃわないように一応48時間 開けておくので、でパッチはもうできるだけサーバーメンテに突入したらできるだけ早くもう皆さん
Okay, so the 81st will be focusing on jobs, so that's probably where we will get the job trailer and the new explanation. Yeah, we really haven't had a breakdown, especially because they are going to be redoing Dragoon and Astrologian, if I remember right. So yeah, there's a fair amount to cover that I kind of forgot about. Yeah, we'll get the job trailer and limit breaks.
よろしくお願いします。はい。で、
カレンダーに戻っていただいて、
そうですね。28日アーリーアクセス開始と。
開始です。
で、7月2日正式サービス開始と。はい。
And the official launch, and then it's here. Then we are in it. I'm gonna try streaming during early access. I might wait a day or so just to play around with Pictomancer and genuinely to just kind of see if everyone else is streaming it. I want to see what they recommend. You know, if they're asking us not to stream early access, I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna, you know, I want to respect Yoshi P and the team who put all this work into it. So, usually though they allow us to stream, they just say, you know, be respectful of spoilers and make sure that you're tagging your stuff, right? But we'll see. But it's going to take some time to adjust the settings and everything. So we might have other things that we can do before actually starting the MSQ, right? But I kind of want Pictomancer leveled up as an option for the MSQ. We'll see how it plays. I could end up, you know, just really hating it. You never know. I don't think that's going to happen, but stranger things exist in the world. Yeah, that is a jam-packed schedule. Realm resplendent with warriors of light. What's this?
皆さんに取らせていただいたアンケート結果とかを織り交ぜながらいろんな数字を見ながら、10年で14こんなに来たねってところを一緒に見ていこうというコーナーでございます。で、どんな風に進むかちょっと1個ね例で見ていただければわかるので。
In your journey on expanding our horizon, I guess this is the next thing. They're talking about everything. 30 million, I'm guessing. Here we go. There we go. So the 48-hour break is so that the patch is huge, so they want to make sure people have enough time to actually download it. Fair enough. Fair enough. We want to make sure everyone has an even time frame to start, which is nice. I mean, I don't mind. I got other games I can play. We got other content for the channel I gotta make.
違います。ゲームの外です。
ゲームの外？はい。ゲームの外？
I kind of like the number stuff. See how it's going. Yeah, 30 million. We made it. Yay! Nominated 313 times. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. Congratulations, FF14 devs, and the team and the community making it all happen.
獲得したってことはウィナーになったワードが240あるってことだよね。
そうしたら313がノミネート数ですね。はいはいはいはい。ファイナリストに入ったのが313回あって、
ベストオンゴーイングとか。
そうです。
Best ongoing, yeah.
最近だと
that's the one that typically gets nominated for most of the time. Best community usually wins at the Game Awards every year. So yeah.
でノミネートされた数が313で。
I think I won some Golden Joystick Awards too. No, Soken was posting some of his awards that finally arrived like 2 years later, right?
ということで次です。ではちょっとゲームの中の方見ていきましょう。88。
ほう。88。はい。なんだ。
88 what? Eighth rights reached. Okay, interesting. Fair enough. That list is getting big. That list is getting long. You gotta find Shirogane every time you load up that list, right? The world is growing.
でこれまだ70分は加わってない。加わってないですね。今までに冒険者が到達したエーテライトの数。
It is weird how they have it organized too.
では続いてこちらです。325。おお。さあなんでしょう。これこそほら。
Duties available. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of content. We've gone through almost all of it on the streams here. There are very few that we have not done. Some of the savages. But yeah, for the most part, we've seen at least the baseline of all of them.
もう後ろの圧がすげえんだよな。
大騒ぎですよね。
皆さん戦ってきましたね。本当に。まあ僕らも一生懸命作ってきたんですけど、まあこれだけの遊べるバトルコンテンツがあると。ございます。ね、通さんで。はい。マージャンも含んでない。含んでるのかな。バトルコンテンツなのかな。PVP 入ってないなら入ってないか。ゴールドソース入ってないんで、マージャン入ってないです。
Yeah, we were just talking about Sea of Clouds. Could add another one in there.
じゃあ続いてまいりましょう。ちょっとここからはトリッキーな感じになってきます。159。トリッキー。はい。ほう。難しいですね。159。はい。クリア者の数とかじゃないよね。違います。292みたいなの出たらすぐ分かるんだけど。
Yeah, the art was really cool, wasn't it?
正解こちらです。カットシーンの装着が
159 hours of cutscenes. Wow.
でこちらですね。5周年の時にも同じ統計データを取りまして、その時75時間だったんで、倍以上になりました。後半5年で。
Several cutscenes will play in sequence.
カットシーンの装着だもんね。はい。普通にだからクリックして NPC と会話するのは含んでないってことだもんね。そうですね。カットシーンだけですね。はあ。だからまともにシナリオ 2.0 から 6.X までクリアしていこうと思うと。
A lot of cutscenes. That is a lot of cutscenes. People wonder about hopping into the game, right? I mean, I am curious what they're going to be doing in the future in regards to pretty much everything up to Dawn Trail, right? That is a lot. I mean, that's a big commitment jumping into it. That's more time just on cutscenes than some people spend on entire games. So, like, it's understandable that they got to figure something out with it. Oh, wow. Soken's putting in the work. A lot of music. I still need to get my Dawn Trail vinyl, but right now with shipping, like the shipping is as much as the I mean the Endwalker vinyl. The shipping is as much as the record itself. Like I guess this time they didn't have a California manufacturer, so they have to ship it from overseas. But I want to add it to my collection. I mean, back when I did the live cam stream, you used to see the box set behind me. It's a fantastic collection, and yeah, I want the one with the special art on the front.
傾斜がおかしくなる。傾斜がおかしいってことだよね。はいはい。はい。
ということで続いてはゲームの統計数字ではなくて、まあ統計は統計なんですけど、皆さん非課線の皆さんの数字はすごいねという皆さんの力をいくつか取ってみましたので見ていきましょう。まず最初の数字こちら。
Congrats Warriors.
16000飛んで96トン。1年間。
1年間で。
Equal amount of total platinum reserves on Earth. Oh no. Oh no. So much gil. So much gil.
地球に眠ってるプラチナの埋蔵量と同じぐらいだと。
の量の何かを皆さんどうしたかっていうとこれでした。
1年
はい、この1
Is that materia?
皆さんが装着したマテリア
That
ル
materia?
重さに換算しますと
Melts. Oh man.
100g で
It's a lot of materia.
これ装着したマテリアの総量なの？割った分は入ってないの？
入ってない装着した分ですよね。はい、
あ、装着したらグラムゼロ。
Reminder. Just a reminder to pull the materia out of your spirit bonds. Don't forget. It's free money, man.
消費されたやつはねゼロになるからね。なくなってます。
はい、こういうノリの数字でございます。はい、じゃあ次行きましょう。続いては、46,152km です。こちら
地球一周分。
大正解。
Distance surpassing the circumference of the Earth. Which one is this? Could be the number of Aetherite travels.
この距離に関係するの？
距離。
全員がテレポした距離。
違います。
の合計みたいな。違う。はい。違う。
もうちょっと意外なんです。
もうちょっと意外。
そんなにって。
わからん。
正解こちらです。レルリカのコルクが飛んだ距離。コルク飛距離1本あたり10メートル飛ぶ。一回ポンってやったら10メーター飛んだとすると、皆さんがぶっ放した数全部合わせると地球一周するぐらいコルクが飛びまくりましたと。結構お祝いしますとかね、コンテンツ作るやつ。
Wow. It's a lot of champagne. Amazing. Amazing. Works fired from Reborn Red. Love it. Leaders?
リットルこれ。
リットル。
1、10、100、1000万、10万、100万
What's this one gonna be? Now I'm scared. Now I'm terrified. Nearly more than the annual consumption of ketchup in the US. Random but sure. It's gonna be the amount of pots we used on glams. A lot of ketchup. Ask our household.
35万リットル。ケチャップだよ。
ケチャップ大好きなんですね。
ケチャップをつけて何かを食べる食べ物分は入ってないってことでしょ。ケチャップだけでだもんね。
ケチャップの消費量だからまあそうですね。
そうだよね。なるほど。ほう。
これコメントなかなかいいとこいましたね。
いいとこいた。はい。ほう。これを我々非課線が。
Even Yoshi P is like, damn, for real. Concoctions imbibed. Wow, people are actually using their pots. That's impressive.
ガブ飲みでしょう。
ただし、ここに元素薬は入っておりません。
元素薬入れてないのこれに。
元素薬除いてこのぐらいです。
元素薬入れたらもっととんでもないことになる。
A lot of savage rating. I mean, to be fair, with how many I go through in one savage fight. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I go through 3 each pull. 1 potion is 100 milliliters? What?
アンケートで
Okay.
情報をご紹介したいと
Excluding
先ほど
Fantasia.
お答えいただいたアンケートからいくつかこんな情報見えてきましたというのがありますのでご紹介します。まずこちら
Getting to know our Warriors of Light. When did survey participants start playing? I started playing in Heavensward. My first go around was Heavensward.
聞いたところ漆黒がちょっと頭抜けてるんですけどちゃんといろんな世代に分布しとるねというのが見て取れるかと思います。
Ran majority during Shadowbringers. Not a surprise, but yeah. It is impressive how much more it was. Like that's more than Heavensward and Stormblood combined. That's pretty crazy.
そうですね。
But you know, Endwalker kept up the momentum. It didn't need as many new players, but sure enough, it kept the momentum going at least.
結構インフルエンサーが爆発的にゲームを始めてくれたっていうところもあるからね。まあでも積み上げてきたものっていうのが今に続いてるのかなっていうところはありますよね。はい。はい。
I never saw the survey. I would have filled it out.
ご紹介したいと思います。はい、まず
Favorite mount. Oh, this should be good.
気になる。
Give me that whale. Honestly, I don't even really like the whale all that much now that I'm using it. It's so big. Takes up half the screen. I'm surprised the regalia is not higher up.
オズマ結構見るもん。
Oh, that many people even have Ozma. I mean, well, maybe it was just a survey of their favorite mounts, right? Which would make sense. Ozma is a very cool mount.
FF また関係ないですけどね、6位。正直なところ、7位に至ってはニーヤですからね。
Yeah, where's the Koubou?
このこれらを指して第3位に入ったのがこちら。
I don't know what my favorite. Wow, Fatter Cat's only number 3.
ビッグファットキャット3位に入りました。
さすがです。
2位強かったこちらです。
これも中国、韓国も大人気。
Yeah, the Fenrir. I mean, I definitely used the Fenrir the most, that's for sure.
なんたって早い。なんたって早い。
ときたらばさあ皆さん1位は
What's number 1 then?
大正解です。1位はマイチョコボ。
The old, our favorite. That makes sense. He's been our buddy for all this time.
得票数ということになりましたので、やはりチョコボということだそうです。はい、ありがとうございます。
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta give respect to the chocobo that's been with you since the beginning, right?
お気に入りのミニオンです。はい、こちらもじゃあまず4位まで見てみましょう。はい。うん。こうなっております。
いるんだあそこに。
そうですね。なるほどね。唯一人型のエントリーとなります。
I don't even use minions, so I don't know.
ランクインしております。
アルファ10結構意外かも。
そうですね。
まあでもサイドだからっていうところもあるのか。
確かに取得までのそうですね。
うん、そうそうそう。でも俺ね嬉しいな、ミゾガールゾールム4位なのがすごい嬉しい。蒼天の旅路というかさ、2.X のラストからさ、ほら見てみろよこの。
I feel like Starbird is pretty high up there. I do like the Starbird.
キリッツってイシュガルド向かってさ、まあいろいろ試されるじゃない。
It's probably the only one that I actually use.
出れてくるじゃん。そうですね。なんか仲間感というか。
How could you not love the Starbird though? It's our friend.
ここはねめっちゃ嬉しい。こだわって作ってきたんでミドガールゾールムのそのエピソードみたいなところは。はい。ではまず3位見てみましょう。3位こちら。
I feel like the campfire got a lot of use over the past couple of years.
多いな。
Mm.
よくララフェルにぶら下がってるもんな。見るわ。
Otter, yeah. There's our cat. There's our fat cat.
そうですね。本当に続いてトップ3ランクインとなりました。
とはっていう話なんだけどね。
さあこうなると1位は何だということなんですが、こちらでした。
There's the Starbird. That makes sense. I figured, yeah. It's gotta be the Starbird.
ちゃんと見せてあげたいぞと。そうですね。なるほどね。まあみんなやっぱり優しいしシナリオをしっかりねこう遊び込んでくれてるからこそっていうところが見えて嬉しいですねこれは。はい。では続きましてこちらのランキングです。皆さんの
favorite home point. All right. Mine is mine's Limsa.
こちらまず4位まで見てみましょう。
Oh, they're actually counting the home areas. Interesting.
そうですね、ウルダ派が4位に入っているのでトップ3は逃した格好。
Surprised Ulda is so low.
雰囲気がいいって言ってくださる方結構いらっしゃるもんな。
はい、さあ、
まあ1位はどうせリムさんなんでいいんですよ別に。もう1位は。3位は
Our beloved ball mode.
ゴールドシャーレアンです。
Yeah, number one's got to be Limsa. I mean, across all of the servers and everything.
はい。そして上位はもうお察しの通り、2位がグリダニア、そして
Yeah, it's got to be Limsa. To no one's surprise.
そうですね。
To be fair, Limsa is probably a much better home point. I mean, that's why I've got it set as my home point. Like, the market boards are just right there. Yeah.
はい。ちなみに、タウンとハウジングでまあ上位を占めたわけですけれども、フィールドに絞るとですね、フィールドで一番多かったのはテンペスト、次いでエルピス、そしてクルザス中央工事がトップ3だったということになりました。
全然なんていうの、古代人絡みやんっていうね。
I see a lot of people hanging out in Gridania these days, though, so I mean, I'm not super surprised.
確かに音楽もいいしね。はい。放置しとくんだったらわかるわ、気持ち。
もう一つこれもぜひ聞いてみたかった。
お、ちょっと待った。ここ。
Most formidable foe.
ストーリークリアしない人は。
Okay. What's this gonna be?
このランキングね。
止めちゃっていい。
It's most wives. Most wives on a boss.
最強の敵だからさ。
Oh, okay.
ボスたちが出てきます。
ボスたち出てくるから。はい。いいですか？ネタバレまであと5、4、3、4、2、1。始めます。
はい、じゃあまず4位まで。
Yeah, it might be most deaths.
あなたにとっての最強。
Yeah, Nail makes sense being on there.
私の親戚が両方とも入りましたね。
親戚両方とも、親戚、ゾディーデリンだからね。
4位、6位。
確かに。やっぱでも最近、俺でもね、やっぱネイルね。
I don't know, Nail's got to be up there. At Twintania, maybe.
やっぱりネイル・デウス・ダーナスのさ、進行4層は面白かったし。はい。
And I don't know what else it would be.
さあ、こうなるとトップ3は何なんだということですが、まず3位。
Mega's probably up there. The Warrior Blight, interesting.
シナリオもそうだし、かっこよさもあるから。
そうですね。
懐かしいね。エリディブスなんてめっちゃね、悪口いっぱい言われてたのね。すぐ逃げる。
I'm surprised Xenos is so far
何
down.
言ってるかわかんないやつとか。まあまあまあ、ソルテーもね、最初出た時またわけわかんねえやつ出てきて、まあいいや、シェイはみたいな感じだったからな。
まさかこうなるとみたいなことでしたね。はい、そして2位がこちら。
Oh, the Insinger.
ああ、そうなんだ。1位にならないってことは。
What would number 1 be?
やっぱり1位はそうなんだ。
はい、こちらが1位でした。なるほどね。
Hades, yeah. Yeah. At this point, I almost kind of have to assume it's fan survey.
ボロ泣きしながら戦ってくれてましたもんね。まあやっぱそうか。
ちなみに、皆さん大好き、我らがずっともゼノスさんですけれども、自由回答で、ゼノス単独で書いた方は8位にランキングされたんですが、神竜っていうのが11位にいまして、でこれをゼノスとして選んだ人もね、なかなか多かったんですよ。
Which makes sense. People love Hades, right? Of course, he'd be number 1 in the vote list.
そのゾディーデリンの間に入ってくるみたいな。3枚にこう。なるほど。やっぱまあゼノスね、人気根強いですやっぱ。
いや根強いですね。
よかった。はい。
ということでございました。で、アンケートとしてはここ。
What else we got?
で、あと最後に
友なのに5位かって書かれてて、ごめんなさい、非課線の結構3分の1ぐらいは友だと思ってない人たちがいるんで、そうなのにもかかわらず5位に入ってくるって結構すごい。
そこがすごい。はい。はい。で、アンケートの中で。
Is that the last one? What is FF14 to you? Oh, nice. MMO and PC. Trying to read some of it. I'm not that good at kanji yet. I can read the other stuff. The kanji, not so much. Arigato. Thank you. I don't know what that. That's just saying thanks, I guess.
そうかも。
ね。まあ実
F14 is FF14 apparently.
そうけ。
うん。そうなのよ。一期一会。
Is FF14 is FF11
これは僕ら
apparently.
運営してる開発運営してる側からするとすごいありがたいな。
はい。で続いて英語でも英語だとこんな感じになりました。
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
ああ、フレンズね。
Yeah, there we go, friends. I feel that. I feel that music. Yeah, you got the music on there.
ウェルカミングここまで大きく出てくる
People home. Yeah.
あんまりないかもしれません。
It's a nice feel good graph.
コミュニティが本当フレンドリー。すごい僕らにしてみるとめちゃめちゃ嬉しい言葉が並んでるな。
はい。
あ
でこちらの方はまあ今の日本語英語も含めてあとドイツ語フランス語もそれぞれ取ったので、
Critically and acclaimed, right?
公式サイトの方でまたご紹介させていただきたいと思いますので。
違う。これは英語アンケートの場合のだよね。だからなんで素見がないんだって。
Yeah, FF14 is indeed a game.
そう。
英語でアンケートに答えてくださった方が、あなたにとってファイナルファンタジー14はどんな場所ですかと聞いた時の答えがこうだったというやつです。そう、素見を探してもそれは出てこない。
出てこない。
はい、ということでございました。はい、ということで、以上が
なんかログまずいって言ってるやつコメントがあるんだけど、ログはまずくないでしょ。普通にだってログ出てるもんね。
それはそうだ。ということで、光の戦士たちと見るファイナルファンタジー14の世界はここまででございます。
We're wrapping it up. I think it's about time.
ここからは
I don't know if they have any last minute announcements or anything.
今日もいくつかございますので、
Kind of pretty close. They've got other panels they've got to do for the stream. Oh, those are nice plates. Fortunately, Japan only.
皆さん本当にですね、被災
But yeah, I would totally buy one.
職人さんたちもあれだったんですけど、ついに
Yeah, I'd love one of those plates.
本当に復旧なんとしてもこれを急いでっていうふうに言っていただいて、
いえ、
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。今日お皿をお持ちして展示してあるのをカメラにそちらに実は
Yeah, those are really nice plates.
見てもらえますか？
Mom, get the good lacquerware out. Oh! Okay then.
ででっかいバハは展示用なのでこちら販売ではございません。
あれはちょっとお高すぎてやばい。
Big boy.
やばいやつなんで。
Hanging out.
で先ほどのパワーポイントにありました2種ですね。はい、こちら。
はい、こっちですね。
はい。こちらともう一個。
Yeah, those are
こちら。はい。
those are like the display pieces, man.
で時期ですが、
That's for when you got the VIPs over.
続報をお待ちいただければと思いますのでよろしくお願いいたします。
もう後ろのはね、3桁万円、全然余裕だな、過保なレベルなんで、はい。
They've got to be like $60 for the set, like minimum.
よろしくお願いいたします。はい、そして
Those are nice.
こちらです。はい。
Some order photo book. Nice. Combine your memorable screenshots. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. That's very cool.
でこれ今回実物もあるんですが、まあ実際このサイズ
めっちゃいい、めっちゃいいじゃんこれ。
カメラにしていただいて。
I didn't even know that was a thing.
実際こんなサイズ感のちょっとグリーンバックこれ一回切りましょうか。
With the green screen.
はい。緑と黄色が抜けちゃうんですよね。はい、こんな感じで、実際に割り付けも自分で決めてね、スクリーンショット集を作ることができますと。
ちょっとこっち。
That's really cool.
めっちゃよく。
Yeah, the chroma key is pretty funny. Yeah, I wish we got some of this stuff. Seems like a lot of it's JP only.
めっちゃいい、うわすごい。こういうの、
はい。
Turn it. Oh, there we go.
縦積みした
そうそう
ね、ナマズを。
Oh, the Namazu Tower.
これ素敵なものがお作りいただけますので、
自分で割り付け使うスクリーンショット決めて
際でございます。
作れる。
はい。で5月13
Yeah, I'm assuming it would be pretty hard to bring over here because they don't have like a publishing company here. Well, no, like they publish manga here. They've got to have a press somewhere in the States. They can just outsource it to Ingram like everyone else.
なるほど。
嘘。あ、探検隊で作ったやつ。
めちゃいいねこれ。
なるほどな。そっか、じゃああれか、キャプテン武田の渾身のスクリーンショット集なわけだね。
へえ、めっちゃいいねこれ。
それでそっか、みんなで遊んだ記録がね、こんな風にね、ちゃんと残ってるわけです。
なるほど。
素敵素敵。
はいはい。
Oh, did it die on us? Oh, there we go.
はい、続いてのお知らせいきましょう。こちらです。はい。
Photo chips, of course, of course.
情報のお知らせです。これ先日来販売しております。これ第2弾。なんですけれども、ファンフェスで先行販売を行って、現在は小池屋オンラインショップで販売中のエオルゼアポポトチップス第2弾なんですが、お得なセールのお知らせでございます。
The modded screens. Yeah. Uploading all of
いわ
those.
ゆる一つのバイワンゲットワンキャンペーンでございますね。
作ったなさてはめっちゃ。
これカメラにしてもらっていいですか。
And so may. Weird flavor to choose, but sure thing. Why not?
あれね、すごかった。怒られたもんね。
All right. Well, at this point, I think we're mostly in the merch section, so we're gonna go ahead and start winding it down here for the stream. They will be continuing with the 14-hour broadcast. The schedule is available on the Lodestone. They're only like 4 hours into it, so you got most of the day to enjoy it. But thanks a ton, everybody, for coming and hanging out and enjoying the watch along with me. I know it was kind of late start, not much I can do when it's JP time, but a lot of good news. I really like the graphical updates, but I was really surprised at the Blacklist updates. I think that's going to be good. We do have a couple more in the works, so keep an eye out for that. I got to look at the schedule again that they showed, but yeah, we got another one I think next month, and then the month after we got 2 more live letters. Next one will be the job. It will be the job profile and job changes. Those can be, man, they take a while. They take a while, and it's a lot of sitting down for me, so we'll see how it goes. But we should be doing some more watch-alongs for those when it is time. So yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm excited. Dawn Trail is almost here, so you know, let's keep it going and keep that momentum forward for the next 2 months. It's a packed schedule, a lot of stuff we're going to be doing. So yeah, we'll try and hop in and do a little bit of the Yokai Watch stuff and just kind of remind people that yeah, we still do FF14 here on the channel. So yeah. That being said, you know, same as always, like and subscribe if you want to see more content. We'll be back over the next couple days with some more FF8, some Horizon Zero Dawn, maybe some Monster Hunter World next week. Yeah, we just got a lot of plans. We got a lot of stuff going on. But thanks a ton, everybody. I will see you again next time. Pray for me as I go to work in the morning. Godspeed. Bye-bye.